Yeah, so here we are. We live, man. You see my switch and all that shit in the back. So yeah, because last time he do pop out chat. Because last time it was blocking off. It wouldn't show the actual chats when they popped up. The chat room. So yeah, we're gonna wait for people to come in because I got something to go over. It was sent to me by someone. I thought it was pretty funny. It's about this 24. I think she's like a 24-year-old girl. Where is it? Yeah, 24-year-old girl in the dating apps. And like I told you guys before, man, dating apps, like I get it. It's coronavirus time is hard, but like don't set your expectations too high on any dating app. I like that shit. Mm. Did you get my email, bro? Let me check. Oh, I have a message. Glad to see you're back posting. Thanks, man. I just got a message. Let me check the emails right now because I haven't. Just to be honest with you guys, I have never been good at checking emails since since I ever learned about emails as a young person. I just never got. Oh, thanks for the Cash App. I just seen that Cash App donation. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Oh, Billie Eilish. Oh, I forgot to text you back, Key. My bad. Or email you back. I see this email. Yeah, the EU US thing, that ban and shit is like, yeah, that's just fucked up. Oh wait, okay. Here's an email. I'm notorious. I've never been good at checking emails, man. Just to be honest, like since I can remember emails ever even like coming into existence. Because I'm 30, I'll be 35 this month, and I remember when computers first started coming to Ohio, where the computers still weren't popular, but some people had. Like, we had one when I was maybe 13. And so this was like around 99 2000, maybe a little bit before that, but back then like people didn't really trust computers. They didn't really know what computers were, but even back then, man, I remember we had a gateway and it was all about emails and shit. I just never, for some reason, me and emails just never clicked. I could do text messaging. Well, no, I'm really bad at texting now too, so I can't even say that. Hey, what's up, guys? Julia, hey, Nightstand, Carlos, what's up, man? See, right, bro. How's your investments going? I don't invest. I just hold on to shit, which is a bad. I'll admit that that is a fault of mine. My dad is much better at that world than I am because my dad is much better at investing in something. I just don't like personally. I'm just not comfortable with leaving with okay, because as you guys see, I have bad anxiety, so I had that health anxiety issue, the last few months. I'm getting a lot better with it now, though, but I have bad anxiety. So if I were to leave something of like legit value, like money or some shit, leave it and hope for it to go up or it can go back down, I would check it literally every 4 seconds. Like I just wouldn't stop doing it. So that my anxiety is too, like I get triggered by certain things, and for me that just triggers my anxiety to know I put, I don't know, like some, like let's just say $100 somewhere, and I'm hoping it goes up or down. Like I would check this shit every 8 seconds, and I would just never get any sleep and be panicking every fucking 30 minutes and shit. I wish I could do it. Like my dad will do it. Me and my dad are pretty opposite when it comes to many things, and that's another area where my dad he'll go out and invest in uh buying computers, making a computer store. He'll invest in that shit, and he's like, I think a few times it didn't work out because he tried to rent a bunch of houses. And I think that didn't work out, but that's just part of the game. You're gonna win and lose. But for the most part, for the things I knew about, he usually did pretty well with. I've just never been that type of person. The panda started. I haven't got sick since the panda started. You was right about Billie Eilish. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. She figured out she was sexy. Well, okay, I'll say this. Let me correct myself. I don't think she's sexy. Okay, if Billie Eilish was that average girl, was just a regular Billie Eilish is damn near like Prince in this scenario. But Billie Eilish will also can get away with more just because she's a woman with tits in a club. But hear me out on this theory. Women claim they loved Prince. Women were crazy about Prince. Now, all those women who claim they were crazy about Prince, if any of those women went to a club and seen a little short dude with makeup and a mani petty and done up hair, would none of them bitches want to fuck him? Not a one. All right. But when they seen him on TV, it was like, heard him on, music and radio, it all came together. And I think Billie Eilish is essentially the same shit. Billie Eilish is not, she's not sexy. Okay. The only way she would become sexy, like she just doesn't have a sexy face, in my opinion. And she just doesn't have it. But I think what's going to end up happening is it's all going to kind of come together where people will just tell themselves she's sexy. Another perfect example, Rihanna. Now, don't get me wrong. I was a big fan of Rihanna when she came out with Ponder Replay, because there was another girl that came out at the same time called Tierra Marie. Because I still remember this. And Tierra Marie was actually doing bigger, better shit than Rihanna at the time. Because this is when Rihanna first came out. Hey, Mr. DJ's on Ponder Replay. She was doing that half Jamaican, wherever the fuck she's from, shit. But I tell you what, I loved Rihanna back then, because when you heard Rihanna's voice, you knew it was her as soon as you heard it. There was no mistake. It's like, is that such and such? Like, no, you knew Rihanna's voice the second you heard it, right? Now, Tierra Marie, she was more popular at that time, but she sounded like everybody else. Like, you couldn't hear her apart. But the point where I was going with this, Rihanna, some kind of way, Rihanna trickled into this sex symbol thing. And I don't, my opinion is, I think Rihanna is a little, okay, she's physically sexier than Billie Eilish will ever be. But I don't think she's not like, let's put it like this. If Rihanna wanted to come over, I would have to already have a free schedule. I wouldn't like stop some shit, especially over here in Prague. I wouldn't stop what I was doing in her prime. But I liked her, when she first came out. Yeah, Well, Jay-Z, Rockefeller. If I'm correct, if I'm not mistaken, Rockefeller was pushing Rihanna and Tierra Marie, but for some reason, Rihanna took off and Tierra Marie didn't. But that's just the business, man. You never know. With entertainment media, man, you really can't call that shit. And because I remember Slash, that guitarist Slash, he had a protege, this girl guitarist, fucking amazing. And he was like investing in her, and she never took off. That's just how it works, man. Like, it's fucked up. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of another situation when Usher was back in Justin Bieber when he first came out, and Justin Timberlake was trying to put this. Justin Timberlake at the same time, he was back in this female pianist, this girl that was playing piano, and of course now Justin Bieber took off. And Justin Timberlake's protege, that's just how media is. Not that one was really better than the other. It's just media. It's luck. That's just how it's been. And I'm damn near at a midlife crisis where I'm damn near at like a damn near midlife crisis, realizing, well, one, my own mortality, and then two, seeing that with the rise in technology, nothing's permanent anymore. So many jobs are coming and going. You can't and from what I learned when I was in school for clinical mental health disability and counseling, the average person nowadays only keeps a job from 1 to 3 years. And after that, they're like the days of staying at a job for 20 years is dwindling. And I'm really coming to terms with, things being popular 1 minute and then forgotten the next minute because somebody else did it better, or some independent artist did it 15 times better than the last. Like, it's fucking me up to see it, honestly. Where do you get your Egyptian cotton for t-shirts and the like? Tina Fey or Rihanna? Okay. Okay. First, the Egyptian cotton. Where did? Because I don't have any. I don't think I have any Egyptian cotton here now. I had those shirts. Where the fuck did I get those shirts? No, because like I told you guys, I've never been really into money. But the thing is, I've always had friends who worked in places that got me shit or got me over. But I've never earned a shitload of money. I've never earned six figures, never. But I have a lot of friends who did. Where the fuck? I don't even remember now. Because it was because I think I had them in live streams. It was because they were white, and I had them. I don't remember where I got them from, but they're gone now. Because I left them. I left them in my flat in Ohio, and left everything in there, and had my dad come to get it, but he didn't know. I can't remember where I got those. I literally can't remember where I got them. Tina Fey, Ariana. That shit depends. Because as you know, a woman can be beautiful as fuck, but if you two don't have that sexual chemistry, like it doesn't matter how pretty she is. Okay, I remember there was one girl in a brothel. We had great chemistry hanging out, like we cracked the same jokes, we laughed at the same shit. When she see me, we look at each other and just start laughing. But the thing was, I didn't feel comfortable fucking her because when we would start having sex, she would still want to like joke and play and shit. And when I'm turned on to have sex, like I'm trying to just dominate you and humiliate you when I'm having sex. That all that laughing and giggling shit goes away. It's like that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde shit. Like I don't that laughing like because I think she is from Romania. She was one of them tan, one of them dark skin, not dark skin, but she was one of those like more, for a white girl, she was more tan. And I still remember her. She was tall, she was skinny, but she was real cool, real cool. But it doesn't matter how pretty they are, man, or what your preference is and how they look. Well, sometimes, because my thing is pale, thick, jiggly white women. That is my like. If she has to be jiggly, like when you slap her ass, it jiggles like fucking water and shit, like and thick, and preferably with black hair. Like as I caught myself so many times doing this shit where I'll be just watching something randomly on TV, right? And for some reason, I just want to hear this one commercial, and I catch myself like, you just want to watch this commercial because it's a pale white bitch with black hair. That's the only reason I want to watch this shit. I'm not even interested in it, but I catch myself doing it. All holes feel the same. It's the sexual chemistry that translates into good. Yeah, the sexual chemistry. Yeah, thanks, Carlos. Carlos, appreciate it. Replicant, fish, and AD. I thought when I read replicant, I thought you was talking about near replicant because I want to play that game so bad. Fuck, and I don't have my controller broke. I would just buy it online, but I don't even have a controller. Wait, hang on, let me see it. Girls have a new lesbian celeb fantasy every few years. Yeah. Oh man, I remember that Angelina Jolie fantasy shit, man. Okay. The only time Angelina Jolie was like legit my type, I think it was like the first Tomb Raider movie or one of like because there was a time where she had gained a little bit more weight. And that was when she was perfect for me. Then after that, she's always been super fucking skinny since then. I was dating some African girls in the States, and those girls were crazy about Angelina Jolie. I don't get it. I still don't really. There was only a short moment where she was legit, good for me. But yeah, man, I still don't get that Angelina Jolie phase in media. Like I still don't get that shit at all. Yeah, Rihanna. They all went through that phase of Rihanna. Yep. Yeah. Ohio's finest. What the deuce are you drinking, brother? Wise? It's a check. It's a cheap check whiskey, but it just hit. It's just good. It's about 180 crowns, which is about about $8. Probably cheaper than that. For how big is this? It's a half liter. but it just fits me good, man. Like when I drink it, it just fits me well. Like I don't get horrible fucking hangovers the next day. I don't get bad stomach problems. Like because when I drink too much beer or anything else, I get fucking diarrhea the next day and shit. This is the only thing I found that doesn't fuck me up. Without spoiling too much of the game, what do you love about Nier Automata or Automata? I don't know how you pronounce it, man. Zomboy. What I love about Nier. Okay, at first, I really didn't even like it because okay, first I played the demo when I was with my ex-wife, but I knew she would never let me fucking sit down and play the game because it was just how our relationship was. Like she would never let me play it in peace, is what I should say. So I played the demo, loved the demo because it pretty much puts you straight into that Bayonetta-ish action. And so I loved when you fought that. It was all it's full of big ass machines you had to fight, but the one with the big ass chainsaw that would come down and hit you and shit. I fell in love with the demo. When we split up, I finally bought it in the PlayStation store when I moved to that town, Chescalipa. And at first, I didn't even like it, man, because it wasn't like the demo. It was kind of like this it starts out kind of slow. It wasn't a lot of action. And what made me fall in love with it was the whole, was it the black box theory and how they were fighting for mankind and shit like that. And what they find out what the truth was and like all those little computer glitches and shit. And the first big part that made me like say, "Oh wow, this is something really different," was when I beat the game as 2B, and then if something said, "Go ahead and hit continue game," and the story was a whole different storyline. Like, and I got to see it from 9S's point of view. That's what clicked, and I was like, "Okay, I'm fucking with this. I'm fucking with every Nier game after this because it was a whole different game. Then after you beat the game as 9S, you go back and play it from A2's perspective, and it was a whole. I mean, it was like a whole. It wasn't like because other games have done it in the past, but they'll do it. It'll be like literally like the exact same fucking stages, but you just play the other character now, and it's maybe like a slightly different dialogue, and they try to say, but no, it was like a whole different fucking type of game because when you was 9S, you actually would have to hack motherfuckers and play a little mini game and shit. And then you got to hear like see other sides of shit. It's like, oh man, that was just like, and then the whole theory of like, why are we really alive? Like, are we really just our memories? Like, if we can just download our brain into a hard drive, well then, like, what's to say we don't die like every night when we go to sleep? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's to say, like, every night we go to sleep, like, we really just don't die for real. And then the next day is just like a copy of our memories. Like, for example, if you play in a video game and back in the old days, when you play a video game, you save it to the memory card. Well, and you turn the game off and turn it back on. Is that character really the character you've been playing the whole time? Or are they just fucking a copy of the, of the progress that you did before, or is not the same motherfucker? That's kind of weird to explain, but I think if you were in the Nier Automata, you get what I'm trying to say. Mass Effect, I for some reason I was never into Mass Effect, man. I got a few friends who were deep into that shit. I just never got into Mass Effect. I think it looks great. I like it's one of those things I look at and I think is really fucking good. But I personally just whenever I tried to play it, I think I just got overwhelmed with all the options and what you did with the weapon or how you manipulated the shit. So for me, man, I think that's really what it was. I think I was overwhelmed. Then you had to get in the spaceship and go to different planets and mine different planets. And I just got overwhelmed with all this shit. So just like with Yakuza, I love Yakuza, but every time I get addicted to some side mission, like with the one Yakuza, I was playing it and I end up spending all my time being the club owner, pipping bitches. And that ironically enough, I spent fucking 20 hours just upgrading that because you got to go out and find new girls. The only reason I would even stop playing it was to go out and find new girls, find the prettier girls to pull in the guys with more money and make money off of them like that. I spent 20 hours. I didn't care about the story anymore. I just wanted to do that. Yoko Taro is a storytelling genius, not gonna lie. His way of telling stories and playing with audience feelings are just brilliant. Oh man, I was almost getting ready to spoil a big part. You know at the end of the game where it's another little 9S mini game where the credits are rolling and you shoot the credits. That last part, which was real shit. I'm not gonna spoil that shit, but that was a big fucking because yeah, like you said, Yakutar, whatever his name is, he has a great fucking way of telling stories, and it'll come back and hit you later, like, oh fuck, because like, do I really have the courage to do that? Because when you beat the game, the credits roll and it turns to this mini game where you have to survive and like I forget some kind of way you shoot the names or something like that, and but it gets to a point where like you just can't win. So it says, okay, do you want to sacrifice your life for other players who are online so they can have a chance at winning? And I picked no. Because I would, because fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it because the consequence was if you risked your life for possible other players, your save game data would be deleted. Like everything you did would be gone, but your NPC would survive in other people's game to help them beat it. And I let that. I said, no, I'm cool. I'm keeping my save game. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going, man? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I played the second verse. Oh wait, hang on. I'm off the screen a bit on it. You picked no as well. Level 99 to be totally worth it. Yeah, I came too far to just give that shit up. Fuck that. They can find another. All these hackers out here, they'll find a way around that. Undertale? Oh, I've never played Undertale. I don't know what that is. Guys, go back to work, please. When you don't, go back where you effective benefit your effort. For example, a truck driver drives graveyard shift hours. Thanks. Oh man, I always wanted to be a truck driver, man. I always thought that was a cool profession. I always thought that was a cool profession. What's the difference between masculinity in the West and the East? Okay, Kevin, that's a good topic. It's a big topic. I hope I explained it correctly. The masculinity always depends on this is going to sound weird, but it always depends on the women of the time. Pretty much. It's going to depend on the women, pretty much on the women and what the women have fucked around and, gotten away with over the years. But in my opinion, masculinity over here is guys are allowed to be more masculine over here from what I've seen versus in the US. Guys over here or guys in the major cities in the US are allowed to do it too, but you got to have a little more money a lot of times out there. But masculinity in the US, for the most part of what I've seen, has been pretty much beaten out of men. And women know it. That's the thing. The thing is, women know that either them or their parents or their parents beat it out the men over the years. They know it. The thing is, women want you to just know what to do. Women want okay. And I said this in the last room a while back. And let's just throw all personal opinions aside about politics, whatever the fuck. Just focus. Help me. Just stick with me on this. I thought Donald. If anybody was going to have a chance at bringing masculinity back, I would have thought it would have been Donald Trump. Honestly, because when that whole shit came out about grab him by the pussy, and then bitches still voted for him. that was bitches telling American men to their face, we want you to be off the chain, but we want you to be, to a woman's mind, reputable. All right, Donald Trump got vocally records of someone grab him by the pussy. They play that shit at they played that shit everywhere. The world knows about grabbing by the pussy. You go to fucking a third world country, say grab by the pussy. Oh, Donald Trump. Everybody knows that shit. And guess who half the women in the country voted for? Still at least half. Guess who they voted for? Donald Trump. I would have thought Donald Trump could have, if anybody would have done it, it would have been Donald Trump, in my opinion, who could have brought back masculinity. Because don't get me wrong. Okay. Just my personal thing. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary either. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary. But as far as being a man and fucking doing what you want to do and move the fuck on, I thought he was a great role model for that shit. He because when it comes to looking at Trump as a man, I mean, I get it. You know, he was a spoiled brat, born in the millions. You know, he was essentially an exaggerated trust fund kid. Let's just be real about it. But if you look at him from the standpoint as a man, he was he did he was doing everything right. He never apologized for anything because the second he would have apologized, oh, that would have been it. Bitches would have took him down. Everybody would have took him down hard. The news stations, everybody. If he would have apologized for one thing he ever said that media bashed him about, oh, they would have had a field day with his ass. He did it. He did it all right, in my opinion. Hey, Xavier, how's it going? Your old videos helping. Thanks a lot, man. I just listen to red pill content at work all day. Nice. But yeah, when it comes back to masculinity. In the US, man, masculinity has for the most part has been beaten out of men. Now don't get me wrong, there are still masculine men, but it's okay, it's to the point where masculine men have to go unspoken, you know, in mainstream, and you know, for the most part, masculine men are only seen nowadays as woman beaters type of shit. Like they've pretty much been beaten out of society in the US for the most part. Because if you're masculine, then you must be a misogynist, or you must be, you know, whatever the fuck. Whatever a woman could do to take you down, to put woman above you, that's what you are in the West, in the Western world. So it's been beaten out of men unless the man, you know, has a lot of money, or he's a super duper active and physically looks the role as as an MMA fighter or some shit like that. You're just, I mean, in those countries that really rely on image like that, those are the only two that can really get away with it. Other than that, the rest won't get away with it. So what are you left with? You're left with guys who have to pay a bunch of money or whatever the fuck to keep to have any leeway over, you know, any fucking woman while she's still desirable. But anyway, and then the masculinity in over here in Europe, guys are allowed to be more masculine over here, and it's not immediately looked at as, oh, you're trying to enslave me kind of thing. Whereas in the West, in the more Western, in the West worlds, it's like, okay, no, you're trying to enslave me, because feminism taught me that if feminism taught me that if a woman has to do anything for a man, the second she doesn't feel like it, then the man's trying to enslave her. But yeah. Hey, Nigel. Hey, you speak truity. Thanks a lot, Term Ripper. So here's what somebody sent me earlier. Oh, wait, hang on. So it says, guys always leave me for someone prettier, and I feel worthless. Oh, that's how I made a video about, I think earlier today that I made that video. Yeah. And this is just reality. A woman's value in the world is based off her physical attraction. And once she figures out that she can't be sexually desirable, or, you know, or please a man in some way, you know, it's suicide time. Usually the first route is to be physically attractive. Then once they figure out they're not physically attractive, then they're going to try to offer you, you know, money if she has a good job, if she's focused on some career, or she'll try to offer you loving and caring. That's the order they go down. 9.8 out of 10. That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to read it. I'm 24, and I've never had a real romantic relationship where I was someone's girlfriend. I've tried dating, but guys end up ghosting me if I don't sleep with them as soon as they want. Because of this, I'm starting to feel broken, unattractive, lonely, and worthless. I have a full-time job working in IT, and I live alone. So at this point, my question is this: has she ever thought about it's the guy she's picking? Maybe she's picking. Okay. If I was to go to a brothel and say, well, every woman I wanted to marry me went off and fucked another guy and left me, the first thing the first thing any woman say was, well, why are you fucking prostitutes? What do you expect, dummy? Maybe you should question yourself. Anyway, let's continue. So she continues. Well, she has a good career. She works in IT. Let's continue. Not to sound conceited, but I feel like I have a good personality. I can carry on an intelligent conversation, respect opposing opinions, lend an ear to someone's troubling problems, and just be an overall good friend. Physically, I think I'm average. Guys basically only want to fuck me. Okay, just like I made that video. Oh, it was on my Patreon. I made the video about girls who go into these male dominated worlds and they'll be worshipped just because they're like slightly attractive. I mean, she admits she's average. She works in IT. She's explained that to a T at this point. So she's explained physically she's average. She works in IT. So she works in IT in a male dominated field. She's admitted that she's average. So at that point, in a male dominated field where there's nothing but men around, she immediately goes from a 3 to a 4 to a 6 or a 7 on average. Truth. CHRUF. So okay, yeah. She goes, guys basically only want to fuck me. I think they're using me as an any-hole option until someone more attractive comes into their life. And then I either get ghosted or they leave me for someone else. The problem is that they always return to me, even an ex from 2016, trying to reconcile things. And it's okay. See, this is her trying to reassure you that she must be valuable in some way. Because I know how women talk. The problem is that they always try to return to me. That is what every hurt woman says. And listen to me. Every hurt woman always tries to say that some guy's always going to come back, because that's her way of trying to project that she must be valuable in some way to men. In other words, that she's still valuable. Because there was no reason to really bring this up. The problem is that they always return to me, even an ex from 2016, trying to reconcile things. And this is basically like reopening a wound that was still healing. I am always here for others, being supportive and caring, but no one cares about my feelings when I'm trying to let them go. When I am trying to let them go, and then they re-enter my life as if I don't have feelings. This is literally a form of PTSD. Yeah. When you're on a cock carousel with the guys when you're on a cock carousel, that is PTSD. Yeah, you're going to get PTSD. This is what I'm talking. See, let me take another sip. This is what feminism needs to fucking address. Other than, well, we gonna base our lives. See, feminism is so focused on planning out on tricking women into planning out their entire lives into competing with men, into trying to when women get hurt, their entire brain power goes towards what they and trying to dominate men, instead of going off and just being strong women. Fuck what men do. Just be a strong woman. Fuck what men do. Stop trying to equate yourself to men. So when this cock carousel shit comes in, feminist bitches will tell other bitches to go out, have fun, girl, have fun, ride that cock carousel. And that shit literally fucks up the biology of a woman. The more time she fucks different men, the more fucked up she becomes. It has never failed. Never. She loses that pair bonding ability every fucking time. Women, you are not built for this shit. Stop. And then putting value in who you can get to fuck you. And the only reason women do that is because they know men do that. Men put value, men are like, oh, I fuck that bitch. I fuck that bitch. So then women see that shit like, well, I fuck that guy. I fuck that guy. Because they following men. Stop doing that, women. Because I know y'all lurking and watching me right now. Stop listening to other bitches. Stop comparing yourself to men. Be women. God damn. Like, it's so simple. It makes you fuck. It's enough to make you crazy. I think that's a Richard Pryor said that shit. PTSD shares a hey CC Funk. Shocking, Carl. Yeah, if all a chick brings to the table is her box, she isn't bringing enough. Yeah. AD, should men be vulnerable with women? Much later on, you can, but you got to do it right. And that's really tailored to the specific scenario. I really can't tell you exactly how to do that. It depends on the scenario. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, okay, let's continue. So she says, I'm tired of being viewed as just a whole. I want love. I want love. I have feelings, and I want to be in a happy relationship where I won't get left for someone prettier. Yeah, see, that right there, what I just read, every woman is in that boat. Every woman is in that. This woman is nothing different than the whores in the brothel or the strippers in the strip club. They all want it. The thing is, just like the rant I just got done doing, they get confused because they see other women trying to make it look cool and pretty that they on Instagram and they single and they living their best life. They get confused and then they end up like they are, and they end up unless they were the rare lucky bunch of women who genuinely got it. And when I say got it, I mean figure out how to be a decent human. And then a man snatched her up and married her. Unless they were that rare few, they end up single again. Watching all these fucking dingbat bitches in reality TV, how they living their best life. Oh well, or what was that bitch name that I was making fun of? What was her name? Danielle on that 90-day, 80-day fiance. It was 90-day fiance. What's her? And the bitch had a twin. Danny. Maybe somebody can comment. I can. Darcy, that's what it was. Her name was Darcy. They go end up like Darcy's. Measuring their life by how expensive her shoes are while she's sitting at home alone crying herself to sleep every night, getting raw dogged by 3 different dudes on Tinder throughout the week. They get confused, man. Like women, as I know y'all watch it, stop fucking following other women. Stop. Don't listen to other women. Don't. Just stop. Because they're going to lead you wrong. Women don't help other women. Anyway, so she says, yeah, okay, and like I said, this is what every woman, okay, if the woman doesn't get snatched up at an early age, at a relatively early age, they all end up like this. Now, I will say this as a general term. All end up like this. They just try to walk in the streets and they try to put their values in their clothes and shoes or hair or whatever the fuck. But they all those pretty bitches you see, when they get too old and they still single, they all say this shit in their head to themselves. Every single one. Now, and I usually try to speak in general terms, but this is one thing I'll say. Every single one thinks this. I'm tired of being viewed as just a whole. I want love, I have feelings, and I want to be happy. I want to be in a happy relationship where I won't get left for someone prettier. Now, she continues. I like this guy who I ended up settling for. I like this guy who I ended up settling for, friends with benefits, for since he didn't want to date me. Oh, I see. Okay, yes, okay. So she found a guy. The guy came to her and said, "Look, I just want to fuck you and bounce." And she said, "Okay, cool, because you're still in it higher than me, so I'll deal with it." We fucked for 3 years, and then one day he told me it was over since he wanted to fuck another girl. Again, women, pay attention to the men you're fucking. Don't do this thing where you only chase the top fucking 3% of men and then say, well, all men just leave me, but you only date the top 3% of men. See, math, and I'm not trying to talk shit to women, but it's just the reality. Math has never been a good area for women. Numbers and logic it never it's fucked up to say it, man, but it never has been. My girl just came home, but it's never been. Math has never been good. Women, because I know women are watching this. If you choose, I can hear you. Slishim traha. If you are pay attention to the men you're dating. If you're gonna date the man, and women, you know what I'm talking about. If you're gonna date the men who are in the top 3 to 5%, and then walk around mad, well, why does he keep leaving me? Do the math. DU, DA, it may F. Do the math. If that man is in the top 3%, that means he's easily got 10 others just like you or better. All right. So you don't you are playing Russian roulette with your own mental health at this point, but you can't do it because it's math. It's hardcore logic. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so the guy, so she says, we fucked for 3 years. And then one day he told me he was over since he wanted to fuck another girl. Yeah, right. He still wanted to fuck me at the same time, and I told him I didn't care if he slept with someone else, but I would still, but I wouldn't still fuck him if he was due to diseases. So he agreed to stop seeing the other person on his own merit. But after we had sex again, he told me he was still fucking someone else. Of course, yeah, right. I wanted to be monogamous, so I just stopped talking to him, but he still tries to contact me. Yeah, well, yeah. And see, and just like that video I made not too long ago about that girl trying to be she was on sugar. Was it seeking arrangement? She was trying to be a sugar baby. That never mind. I'm gonna leave that for the video. Yeah, you guys go back and watch that video if you're that interested in what little old me has to say. Anyway, she continues. I literally feel worthless since guys obviously don't want me for more than good sex. Okay, let's just be honest. The good part, she added that in to try to recoup her self-worth. Because if she was that good, it wouldn't take her long to find some beta chump in her department who would give up everything for her pussy after just fucking her. You see what I'm saying? It must not be that good. Somebody says she's worthless. Because that's that modern feminism, man. That's what it is. It's that modern feminism. See, that modern feminism is especially American women, is teaching American bitches that, oh well, just because I'm woman, I'm worth $15 million, and if you don't come with that, then whatever. And then years start passing by, and they still don't find a suitor. They still don't find Prince. They're Prince Charming or a king. Now it's like, oh no, I feel worthless. Look, because it's that feminism. See, I tell every woman, don't listen to other women for advice or feminized men. Don't, because they're gonna tell you what you want to hear to make you feel good versus what's actually gonna help you out. So she continues. Oh, let me see, because I've been out the comments for a minute. Okay, so she continues. I literally feel worthless since guys obviously don't want me for more than sex. I can offer more than this, and have offered more, and I have offered more than this, but I never win. Like, okay, maybe she could. Okay, maybe she could be dating actually in her own league, because this is how women know the leagues they're in and all that shit like that. Maybe she is in her own league. I doubt it. I'm willing to bet the guy she's chasing after, anybody can look at them and tell that, yeah, this isn't gonna last. The guy's gonna be out of there. What's your cash app, bro? Wow, that sounds like I'm looking for money because I just seen the cat. I just have to look at it and see it. The cat home. Let me see. What is my cash app? I don't even know. Hang on. I got to open the app right now. I don't even know this shit. Oh, okay. I'll type it in right now. You got to put the dollar sign in front of it like that. I have never used this. I think I did it right. I mean, I gotta look. I'm getting old. I've been drinking. I gotta look. I gotta put. I gotta pull the laptop up. I think I did it right. I think that's right. So, oh wait, let me read some of the comments. I become red pill. It's the best thing that ever happened. Okay, Xavier, I want to tell you, man. Xavier, I want to tell you this, man. Be careful. I'm like, okay. I'm happy for you that you found red pill, but be careful of the red pill guys you listen to. Because, like I say in my videos, a lot of guys are just mad at women, like legit. Like a lot of guys are just mad at women, and that'll bring them to red pill. Like be careful of the guys you listen to. Where you see Umar Johnson and Kevin Samuels beef. No, I don't know anything about. I don't know anything. People keep bringing up Kevin Samuels to me. You wouldn't believe how many times people keep bringing up Kevin Samuels now. The guy must have blew up like crazy because he's been coming up a lot. Hey, Leon. Next time, put the Cash App on the screen. Oh, because I made it a while back, but I'm really bad at fucking. Wait, can you just use the scan thing? I don't know how to do this shit because I'm fucking old, man. It says I joined 2020. That's it. I don't know if you can see it. It might be too bright. Hang on. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah, Kevin said that dude must have blew up. I'm happy. Hey, do your thing, man. I'm glad he blew up. Fuck, do it. Hey, ride it. Go for it. As long as he's staying truthful and honest, ride that wave. Go for it, man. Go. As long as he's staying truthful and honest to himself about it all, do it. So I want to get through this. And I'm gonna go back to the comments in a bit. Oh, okay. So she continues. I even have. Oh, thanks. I won't say your name. I don't want to say you. I don't want to share your. I don't. JB. I just say JB because I don't want to. Confidentiality. I don't want to. You get it. But thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So the girl continues. I even have two managers at work, not in my department, who basically flirt with me, but I'm not interested because they are not only too old, twice her age, but but I don't mix work and pleasure. I want guys to see me as more than a whole, and I'm not sure what else I can offer since I've been willing to offer girlfriend potential things such as cooking, cleaning, and being supportive, among other things. Sex is the easiest thing, but a relationship and commitment seems out of reach for me. What can I change? If I had to guess, I would say the guys you're choosing to fuck. That seems to be the consistent fucking problem. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know her personally. Maybe she has her own story. Maybe she is dating guys in her league, and maybe she just has bad luck. That could be the case. I doubt it, but it could be the case. Like I said, with the girl, with the sugar mama girl. See, when they end up when girls end up single like that for too long and shit, see, there's a reason why. It's because the guys that they really want know what they are. and could smell that shit from a mile away and walk the other direction real fast. It's not this whole, oh, see, if you let her tell it, it'll be this whole thing of, oh, I didn't know. I'm just an innocent butterfly, and I'm just being attacked by the world. But she's actually chasing after the top 10% of guys who have like 90% of the choices. So then you see what I'm saying? So it's like by that point, is she's not gonna stand a chance. All right. My phone just lit up. Hey, thanks a lot. I want to say I see your whole name, MB. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate anything that's done. I appreciate everyone, man. But I do want to say thanks for the donation, man. Seriously. Because I said I was gonna I was gonna do the super chat thing, but I read the qualifications for that shit, and there is no way I'm gonna make that cut. It is just not possible. Like, because they're gonna check the most viewed clip and then watch it. And the way I've been called them motherfuckers bitches and cussing and oh no, I told my girl there is a motherfucker sitting at YouTube right now watching this live stream, just waiting to hit the enter button on shut down. On shut down AD shit. There's a motherfucker sitting right now with headphones. I know you sitting there laughing, watching me. I know you sitting there laughing, eating Funyuns and shit, and you just waiting to click that button for when I hit apply for monetization. Click. I know it. That's why I'm not doing it. That's exactly because I seen too many other motherfuckers get shut, got all this shit just deleted, son. Out of here. That's why I'm not doing it. Because what's gonna be okay when I'm laying on my deathbed, DEF bed, what's gonna be more important to me? That I earned some digits when I was 35, or the fact that I helped or the fact that I helped other lives out there from going down a path of damn near destruction? What's gonna mean more to me? The fact that I earned some numbers and I got to buy something, or that I helped another life? Helping another life, it means more to me. So if I had to pick, I'm gonna sit this down right here because I keep like moving and shit. If I had to pick between money or in some way enlightening a motherfucker, I would choose enlightening every fucking time. Fuck the money, man. Because like, well, look, when I die, I can't take any of this shit with me. When I die, motherfuckers gonna come in here and take all this shit and it's gonna be gone. And I'll be nothing but a memory at best. Fuck money. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. But if you bring me to that conclusion where I had to pick one or the other, oh fuck money. Fuck it. Fuck it. What are you drinking? It's a Czech whiskey. It's a cheap whiskey. It's a cheap Czech whiskey, but it's good. This is the only whiskey that I found that has not made me sick the day after. Unless I drink like, a lot of it. And I've never drank a lot of it. I've never been sick the next day. Because if I drink beer, anything else, I got diarrhea the next day, or like I'm fucking, no appetite the next. I'm fucked up. This is the only thing I found where the next day, at worst, I'm just a little tired. Anyway. I sent a Cash App earlier for 2 video requests. Oh, okay. Because I did see that name. I didn't want to. Okay, so your name is the same. Okay, so I don't have to worry about confidentiality for that. Okay, can you react? Wait, what? Oh, I have to actually accept it. See, I've never even used this app. Please confirm you would like to receive. Okay, so confirm. I have to actually confirm it before it actually goes through. Okay, so now I can read it. I don't even know how to use the app, man. It's not, I don't, because it says, okay, when I hit it, Oh, I see. You put a link right here. I can't click it. I'm fucking old, man. I can't. Well, I can't click it. I'm gonna fuck. Please verify your identity by visiting cash support using. God damn, you guys gotta leave me. You gotta give me time with this because I'm fucking older and never use this app. Thanks, JB. I appreciate the donation, man. I really do. I appreciate it. Thanks, MB. Let me see if. Oh, okay. For confidential, I won't read that, but yeah, for confidentiality, man. Yeah. Okay, I know who you are, man. I know who you are, MB. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, man. So okay, something just failed. I don't know why it failed. Okay. It failed. That's my life. Anyway, what you up to? Oh, Will Smith. Yeah, that motherfucker owed me about $50, man. He need to pay me back. Do you drink vodka? Oh man, hey, the last time I drank vodka intentionally, I was about 22 years old, and I was with a really good friend I had, man. And this was the moment where that was the start of when I quit drinking vodka because we would do vodka shots, and we were at a pool hall this night, and for some reason he came to me and said, hey, drink this, and he brought it to me, and for some reason I never smelled it before, but for some reason this time I sniffed it. I went, and the smell just like made me sick. And I never, for the longest time, I would drink nothing else. I would drink nothing else than beer for years after that, because like liquor, any hard liquor, the smell would just run me off. I don't know what happened, but that's what happened. Thanks, Dizzy Dre. I appreciate it. Do you have any thoughts on Bill Gates' divorce? And did you get my Patreon request? I'm so bad with this shit, man. I gotta go to the app. For some reason, I was trying to message people on the app, and it wouldn't even let me message people. Oh, okay. Batman Beyond. Oh, Batman Beyond. Yeah. And it reminded me, Red Pill episodes, April Moon. Once you start uploading video games, it'd be cool to see you talk about this episode. Okay, yeah, I'll watch that. April Moon. I'm going because I love Batman Beyond, man. That show had me hooked from that first episode when Mr. Freeze was getting ready to die and Batman Beyond tried to save him. And I think Mr. Freeze said something like, "Trust me, you the only one who cares." Because okay, for those who don't know, Batman Beyond was set in the future, and Terry McGinnis was like just this little regular high school dude who could wrestle a little bit, and he ended up becoming a new Batman. But it was a great story how it all happened. But the well, no, because I think the first episode, Bruce was still trying to fuck him up for stealing the bat suit and shit. Like he froze the suit on him so he couldn't move. So he got his ass whooped for like 5 minutes. That shit was gangster though, man. But and for some reason the comic books never did well, from what I remember. Maybe they did better recently, but back then I tried to get the comic books, and the comic books they just never it was like they were damn near on Constantine level, where they would come out once a month, or like Silver Surfer. Like those would be the best ones, man. Like Silver Surfer was another great in the comics. He was another one of my favorites for like philosophical reasons. But the best comics, man, they would always come out like once a month. And Batman Beyond was damn near, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but they didn't come out very often. But the comics never did well. But I love Batman Beyond. Vodka is rubbing alcohol. Like, hey, D, why are men so afraid to stand up to women? And what should they do to stop it? I'm guessing you're in the United States. At that point, man, women in the U.S., in my opinion, it's just not even worth it. It's not even worth it. The struggle, or it's not even worth it. Unless the only way I would deal with a woman in America is if, and I actually found a woman. If I didn't have my girl, and if I was like mentally healthy, like I totally would have fucked her that night when I was in Texas. Like I said, if I didn't have my girl, and if I was mentally healthy and all that shit, like I just approach, like, it's real easy. If you go to the grocery store, just ask a woman, hey, I'm looking for such and such. I'm not from here. Do you know where I can find this? And the fact that you're not from there is automatically gonna put you up higher. Then on top of that, okay, you gotta ask, you gotta have the right tone in your voice and say, like, look, I'm not a bitch, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Can you please me? Can you help me? That's what it work. Like, if it wasn't okay, I'm not a dating coach. Okay, I'm so not a dating coach. I refuse to tell men what will and won't work unless I knew it was 100% fact. Like, I knew you and the girl type of thing, and I knew what would work on her type of shit. I refuse to label myself as a dating coach, but I'll say this: as long as it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, as long as you do it with the proper confidence, she's going to have some respect for you. She will have some respect for you. She can't help it. AD, you watch it. That's crazy. You asked me, reality. I'm on I think the 3rd episode now of Invincible, where it just ended with that devil detective had came and asked Invincible's dad's wife about the murders that happened. That's why I left off on that today, because I really wasn't trying to watch Invincible because I thought it was like a movie, so I stayed away from it. But I fucked her because, and actually, me and my girl, we got the looking this shit, and come to find out, I forgot I even had Amazon Prime. So I got Amazon, what's that shit called? Amazon Video, whatever the fuck. So I had it. So I've been watching it. In my opinion, like, okay, probably because I'm just older. I'm getting sick of the whole uh 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 shy high school kid. Hold on, let me turn this light on because this is getting fucking, like, I can see the camera's getting fucked up. Yeah, it's this yellow ass light, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, I'm getting tired of that whole high school kid. Oh, I like you. I jack off to you every night, but I'm scared to talk to you. Well, I don't know. That whole, like that motherfucker who's playing Spider-Man right now, and I feel bad for that I feel bad for that kid who's playing Spider-Man right now, because he's getting ready to get rogue. What's it called? Typecast, rolecast, where you won't be able to see him as anything else other than that, like Steve Urkel. Because, like, and I don't know why they did that. I mean, well, I get why they did it, but still, man, I got my own complaints about Spider-Man. But anyway, back to Invincible. As long as they stay away from that whole high school scene area, I like it. I like the brutalness, the reality of, people actually dying, people getting their fucking brains knocked out of their fucking skulls. I love the reality side of it. So if you like Invincible, you would love Hellblazer comics. I think you'd love that. Also read the Invincible comic. I didn't know it was a comic. Oh, Spawn. I love Spawn, man. I love Spawn. I never got super duper into him, but I love Spawn. Opinion on dating black chicks. Well, the thing is, they all the same, man. Well, okay, it depends on where you live. Because they all looking for the same thing. That's just just like guys. It doesn't matter what color guys are. But when it comes to black chicks, the hard part. Oh, I think I got another donation. My phone just lit up. Oh, I don't even have the app. I don't even have the app? God damn. So I gotta download the app. So the video might cut out because I'm downloading the app. Long story. I got the door shut. Long story, man. I gotta download the PayPal app again because I don't even have the PayPal app right now. So it's downloading. What are your favorite action movies? Sebastian, I was getting ready to buy a John Wick statue from it's called JRC in Palladium. So if the guy from Zizikov is watching, you know what I'm talking about. Is in Palladium. The JRC is pretty much GameStop of Europe. It's pretty much GameStop of Europe. And I was getting ready, but it was like 1,200 crowns. It's him like shooting a gun. I was getting ready to buy it. But as far as action movies go, I really love John Wick. I'm growing away from a lot of gun flicks though. Um, Ironically enough, I love Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite recent movies. Atomic Blonde and Old Guard. Those are two of my favorite movies recently that I've seen that have come out, lately. Because the Marvel movie, the Marvel shit, I think Marvel's on their way down. Marvel's getting ready to move out. I think DC is finally with Robert Pattinson and the fact that DC first in the movie world acknowledged that there's different universes. I think that sole thing right there is going to save DC and put DC it's going to catapult DC ahead of Marvel. The fact that they acknowledge it. So now the fact that there's different universes, they can always just say, "Oh, well, yeah, you didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman. Well, that was that other universe. Well, if you like Robert Pattinson as Batman, oh, we'll use him as the main Batman because that's another universe. Oh, you like Gal Gadot as Woman as Wonder Woman? Oh, well, we'll just team them up because they'll be we'll put them in the same universe now. Like I think that universe shit is going to save DC, where Marvel really should have done that first. But Marvel was on that ride, on that Robert Downey Jr. ride. Anything that had Robert Downey Jr. was a guaranteed seller. Robert Downey Jr. Was Marvel, essentially, was the current Marvel, essentially. So as long as they had Robert Downey Jr., they ain't give a fuck about no multiverse. Right? They need Marvel, they need that beard, mustache, and that surfer boy hair. Talk about some Earth is closed for today. Anything Robert Downey Jr. said was fucking gold as Tony Stark. And the thing was, the funny part was he was a terrible Tony Stark. If you read the comics, he was an awful Tony Stark, but he made it work because his personality just made it work. That's my rant on DC. Have you seen Old Boy? Yeah. Yeah, where they tricked the guy into fucking his own daughter. Yeah. And then he doesn't tell her. Oh, well, I seen the original Old Boy. That I think I'm pretty sure it was an Asian movie. Yeah, where I just spoiled the whole shit. Thanks, Stella Mislovitska. Stella Mislovitska. Do you feel like ruining shit for other motherfuckers who ain't seen shit? Then drink Stella Mislovitska. It'll get you fucked up. Wait, fuck it. I already ruined it. Yeah, old boy was a great. Yeah, they tricked him into fucking his own daughter. And then but his daughter didn't know, but he knew, but he just never told her to keep her happy, and they end up together. It's really fucked up. From what I understand, it's fucked up. I might have misunderstood some key parts. Marvel and Disney are done due to wokeness. Yeah. Captain Marvel was trash. That was Captain Marvel was complete. I guarantee there's some people out down the street from me right now who could have made a better movie than that with a tenth of the budget. That was awful. Captain Marvel was fucking terrible. You think Spawn was a beta? I gotta think back, man, because like I said, I never got super into Spawn. I think okay. No, I don't think Spawn was okay. Spawn was one of them dudes. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but from what I remember, Spawn was not a beta. Spawn was a Kratos. Spawn was one of them Kratos motherfuckers. All right. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but from what I remember, Spawn was one of them dudes who snatched up his girl, at the right time, had kid, I think he had a little girl with her, and he ended up dying and all that shit like that. But he was essentially a Kratos type dude, like Kratos. But Kratos ended up killing his own wife and kid on accident. But I just ruined God of War for motherfuckers who ain't played God of War or who only played God of War 5, which in my opinion, I didn't like at all, other than it was a good game, but the story just, they didn't connect they connected nothing from the previous. My rant about God of War is this. The current God of War was pretty much just The Last of Us mixed with fucking, was pretty much The Last of Us. That's really what it was. It was The Last of Us. The Last of Us God of War edition. Because at the end of God of War 4, he kills himself, and the guy digging the graves drags his body off. But at that time, you see that Kratos essentially admits that he fucked up. He killed all the gods, which is completely ridiculous, by the way. He kills all the gods. He realized, okay, at this rate, the universe will eventually cease to exist because I'm just crazy. So he kills himself. They drag him off, and God of War 5 just picks up with him with a wife and kid. They never explain how he got to that different dimension. They never explain what happened to the previous one. What you fight, where you come across, the Nordic gods. It was just a fucking joke, man. But I tell you what was a good game when I started thinking about Nordic. Sinuous Sacrifice, and it was a girl as a main character. That was a great game. If you played it with headphones, that game freaked me the fuck out. There was a few weak points with some of the mazes, but that game, the fact that they were made by a small studio, and that game was incredible. That game, there have been few games that would genuinely not jump scare me, but like genuinely have me thinking and like a little like traumatized while I'm playing it type of shit. If you don't believe me, go out there and play Sinuous Sacrifice. But you have to play it with headphones. Don't play it with just the TV on. Put earplugs in and play it. Because I don't even want to ruin it for you, but you got to play it with headphones on. Don't play it with just the screen on and the speaker and the regular speakers coming out, because you're not gonna get the same effect. You got to put it with the right and the left end. You can come in if you want. They can't see you. I'm in the bed. AD, stop spoiling shit. My bad. That's Stalin Bisovetska. I got that shit from Eddie Murphy. Like how Eddie Murphy smiles. Why don't you play something next live stream? Because I don't have a controller. Now that you mentioned, I would. You come in, they can't see you because the camera's right here. Come in, they can't see. They can hear you, but they can't see you. Just come on. You all right? They can't see you. Yeah, they can't. I see. Nazdravi. They can't. The camera's right here. They can't see you. Jik. Prosim. Jikne ahoy. It doesn't matter. Whatever. English, Czech, French. Well, I guess I can speak 15 languages. You can only speak 3.
Aloha.
Oh.
You didn't expect that.
No, what was that? Japanese?
No, I think it was Korean.
Korea. That's that country that's just west of Idaho, right?
No, it's just next to the Czech Republic, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You guys can kick. Oh, I don't even think they can hear you, because somebody just asked, "Are you talking to yourself?" I don't even think they probably couldn't even hear you. Probably. Oh wait, no, I think they could hear you because I'm watching. Okay, somebody asked if I was talking to myself. No, my girl just walked like across the fucking room. A game that would traumatize you is Resident. I won't even touch Resident Evil, man, because I won't even touch Resident Evil because they've kind of been on that jump scare shit forever, and I hate jump scares. I hate jump scares with a passion. Like if if a movie, if it's clear that a movie shows me a jump scare too many times, I just turn it off. It's not as bad. I just hate jump scares, man. AD, you getting Resident Evil Village? I think I think it was on Google Stadia. I don't have a control. My controller broke. The only controller I have is this wired Wii U I don't know. It's a Switch. This wired Switch controller. This is the only controller I have that works right now. And you got to plug it into a USB. And my current laptop doesn't have a USB. It has USB-C. So I don't even have a controller that'll work with anything. I haven't played Stalker, but I heard it was like it had a lot of Oh, it's funny you asked Dark Path because Stalker. I heard that was made by people in Ukraine, and people were asking me if I played it since I was in Ukraine. But no, I haven't played it. Oh no, I could be wrong. Maybe it was a different game. I don't know. God of War 5 overrated. Yeah, I agree. I think God of War 5 was overrated for anybody who followed God of War. If you follow God of War and you knew the story, God of War 5 was overrated. I wasn't impressed at all. Except for there was a few times like the first fight scene was pretty cool, or when Kratos just got mad and you didn't have a weapon equipped, he would just punch motherfuckers when he got angry. I thought that was cool. But other than that, there wasn't really anything standoutish other than his son was Loki, and that really wasn't even. They tried to like wow you with that, but even at that point, if you follow God of War, that wasn't even from what Kratos had done in his past on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2. You weren't even impressed with that shit. It was like, okay, well, where are you going to explain what happened, motherfucker? How did Kratos even get to this universe? How did he find his his kid, his baby mama? Are you going to explain this shit? No. Like, so it's like, what the fuck? I'm a huge God of War fan since PS2, and I love the fuck out of God of War 2018. I didn't like it, man. Chris, the player, I wasn't a fan of it. I'm trying to establish a U.S. exit plan. I don't blame you. Let me go back and explain the Arkham City Penguin boss mode where you had the uppercut, had the bop. That was brutal, man. Like, I mean, think about that shit. Think about how Batman. Think about for real, like he walked around that entire fucking, what do you call that shit? I don't even know what because Penguin ain't nothing but a little midget with a gun in that mode, and you had to sneak up on him, and he Batman literally broke his fucking neck. Let's be real about that shit. The way he uppercutted him, that shit was gangster. I will say though, Artreus was a forced alien God of War. Yeah, it just, I mean, like I'm not a, I'm just not, I'm not a God of War 5 fan, man. I'm just not. The game, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the gameplay was great. It was spot on. You didn't feel like something was off or missing or something like that. The gameplay was spot on, but I just didn't like how they didn't acknowledge pretty much, they acknowledge Kratos, the fact that he had a shitty past, the fact that he killed people that didn't deserve it and some who did, type of shit. Like the fact they briefly acknowledged it. I thought the original creator said that God of War was never supposed to be there was never supposed to be a part 2 or part 3. It was supposed to end at the first God of War. The original creators stated that, which makes sense because that's when the game was fucking great. The first God of War was by far the best one. By far. By far. I was getting ready to spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil the first God of War because that was by far. I was not a fan of part 2 at all. Didn't care for part 2 because the whole theory is you're not supposed to be able to kill a god. That's the theory of it. Have you played Devil May Cry 5? Yes, and I hated the fucking emo kids part, but I loved like Dante. I can hang with the new Nero, but I love Dante. I'm just a Dante fan. He was gangster as fuck. God of War 2 is better than 1. Chris the player, I tell you, I say this, man. God of War 2 was technical. Okay, as far as graphic, I won't say graphics, but as far as what they did with it, in my opinion, God of War 2 was better. But as far as the story goes, okay. So for those who don't want to hear spoilers, go ahead and mute the shit now. But God of War 1 to me was so great because you were not supposed to kill a god. All right. And Kratos had went so fucking crazy to the point where like he just didn't care anymore. He knew he was going to die on his path to kill a god, but it's like, fuck it, I'm angry, let's just go for it. Why not? And like I said, I don't want to. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for God of War, mute this shit. But anyway, but you got to, okay, when you get the whole story, you got to know at this point, Kratos doesn't know he's essentially a demigod. So he really can't die. He doesn't know. He thinks he's a normal man. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going to go get Pandora's box, and I'm going and hopefully Pandora's box will give me a chance at killing Ares. I'm not even sure Pandora's box will let me kill Ares. It'll let me at least hurt Ares, right? That's where Kratos, from what I've seen. And so the whole game, you're under this understanding that, okay, look, Kratos, he's this man, like he's just, you know, he's on a suicide mission. There's no way he's going to do it, but fuck it. Why not? Let's just hang out with him and see what happens. So you're killing sirens, you're killing demons, you're killing, you know, all these things. And then, you get in fights with other gods. You don't really kill them, but you get in fights with them and you get away. But because you're under the belief that he's immortal, that he's man, he's human. And then you fuck around, get Pandora's box. You still have to fight Ares, but then you fuck around and actually do it. You actually kill a god, which is impossible, right? It's impossible to kill a god. But nobody knows what Pandora's box has in it at this, you know, essentially at this time. Nobody knows what it has in it, but you do the impossible. You kill a god because you were that, okay, you were a man who believed you were a man. You don't know you're a god. You don't know you're a demigod yet. You get Pandora's box. If you were in the mythology in any sense at that point, like that was a huge fucking deal. And the fact that he did it was incredible, was just unbelievable. And you meet other humans who made it along the way, and you had to fight them. And I think it did it in God of War 2 as well. But I remember in God of War 1, you would find other humans along the way that you had to sacrifice. You know, they made it far, but they didn't, you know, complete the mission to find Pandora's box kind of thing. But you did it, and that, but then, and that high you got from killing a god, it's like, oh my God, Kratos actually did it. You do it. And it was even though it was far-fetched, it was believable that you did it. And then God of War 2, it's like, oh, well, it's nothing. Just kill any god you want. It's no big deal. Like, you kill all of them. Kill 14 gods. Who cares? It's like, what the fuck? Like, the first God of War was built off of you on a suicide mission to do the impossible. And okay, from my perspective, God of War 2 pretty much jumps from that to just, oh, well, gods are just mortals. Who cares? Just kill them. You know, who gives a fuck? Kill them. You're a god, and like no, like it was overboard. Now there were some cool sections. I don't feel that the three fates were properly represented, because in Greek mythology, even the most powerful gods fear the three fates because they don't know the exact length of their powers. And you kill them. Do you like Metal Gear Solid? Those were some of my favorites. I do like them, but I'm terrible at Metal Gear Solid. I'm awful with Metal Gear Solid. I've always been terrible with Metal Gear Solid. I've always been terrible with stealth games. I just tried to play Little Nightmares 2 on Google Stadia earlier this afternoon, and I got to a stealth part and I just turned it off because I just don't like stealth parts. I don't like them. I hate them. God of War 3 made killing gods a normal thing. He destroyed Poseidon, Hades, Helios. Yeah, God of War 3 came from God of War. That was the result of God of War 2. Because at the end of God of War 2, he's on the back of Gaia, finally making it to Mount Olympus, saying like, Zeus, like, you're fucking next, bitch. Like, get ready. And God of War 3 essentially took over from where God of War 2 left off. It's just killing gods galore. And for me, this is just my opinion. God of War 1 was so special because at that point, a god was still a god. A god couldn't be killed. Well, that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the ultimate opinion by far. I'm not saying that. I love other people's opinions. I love others' opinions. That enlightens me to the fullest, is to see things from a different perspective, if anything. Yo, AD, thoughts on Kevin Samuels? Curious. I don't have any. I don't know the guy personally. I never spoke with him. I'm happy his channel blew up. If anything, thoughts on Kevin Samuels? If I have any thought about him, I don't watch much of him. I don't watch much of anyone, to be honest. But if I have a thought, I mean, I think he has some nice suits. I appreciate the time he takes in his setup. From the videos that I've seen of him, I like that. I mean, but as any educated person will tell you, you have to come up with positives and negatives. So if I had to say anything negative, like I said, with any educated person, they'll tell you, don't take their advice unless they tell you positive and negative about any topic. So if I had to go to negative, I would say, I'd say it's a little alarming that he's a bit older in doing this. It's a little alarming at this point, but you never know what happens in life. I get that. So I said two positive things. I got to come with two negative things. Another negative thing would be, I guess I don't know much about the guy. I can't speak much about him. I don't know much about him. Wow, I don't even. I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 videos, and the one was the black girl who was looking for, essentially a god while she was, not a goddess at all. I watched that one. The one where it was like a 40-something-year-old woman with like 2 kids, and she was asking what's her chances of finding a man, and he said none. And I just watched that clip because somebody sent me that link. I don't watch a lot of them, honestly, that I can remember. Because I want to come up with an equal amount of negatives with positives. But I can't, I don't know a second one. To be honest, I just don't know a second. And I've been drinking since I started for the last hour and a half. And you guys know me, I will talk shit about anybody. Like I say, it's a little alarming that that he appears to be the age he is and is still doing this. That's a little alarming to me. But I can't think of another thing else. Wind Waker. Oh, you see my Wii U controller? My Wii U, I gotta charge it though. Because these European plugs are different than American plugs. So I got my Switch on the European converter. So I gotta pick one. My Wii U's not on it. Does anybody here remember Drebin from Metal Gear Solid 4? I don't know that. I liked Homelander, man. I was watching The Boys for a while. I was telling my girl, I showed my girl Homelander. That motherfucker was off the chain. And if Omni-Man destroys Homelander, Homelander was off the chain. That motherfucker watched people die on the airplane, son. That shit was but Homelander is like, that's my scientific background. Because I told you guys I have that degree in biotechnology. That's my scientific background coming out. So, okay, essentially, let's say if you were to take my DNA and clone me right now and make a baby, that baby would be 35 years old, but it would be a 35-year-old baby. You see what I'm saying? So that Homelander shit makes sense to me on a scientific level. Why he's so immature, why he's essentially a fucking child. Bro, throw that Wii U in the trash. No, man, that Wii U. I love the Wii U. Reality, I love the Wii U. CGA Coach Greg Adams is trash, bro. I haven't. I haven't seen anything. Well, I don't watch many people, man. I don't know. I'm not saying he's trash, but I watch you, CGA, and old Patrice clips from Red Pill content. Well, I I haven't seen anything from CGA in a while, man. But I don't watch people, so it doesn't come up in my recommendation. So I don't know. Um, so I don't know if he's been saying some bullshit or not. I mean, but that's on him. I'm not gonna like dog anybody out. What's up, Crunchy Candy? You was in the military, can't be bad. Call of Duty, Metal Gear Solid. You know, like. What's trash about him? Curious. Oh, you guys. Okay, you're talking. Coach Rick Adams is funny, but he gets repetitive as fuck. And I don't give a fuck about marriage. I think. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch other guys. I don't watch other guys much at all. Honestly, I can't think of. I think a better Bachelor video popped up in my recommendations a while back. But I didn't. I mean, I didn't click on it. I seen it, but I didn't click on it. Oh yeah, reality. I agree. Yeah. When you deal with like the average woman is just pure fucking comedy for sure. It's just comedy, man. Like once you know how they work and operate, the average woman is pure comedy because you can predict everything they get ready to do. Black Phillip. Oh, I love that. Was a Patrice O'Neal show. Black Phillip was fucking great. But you also got to remember, Black Phillip, from what it sounds, well, okay, if you just do the math, Black Phillip came out at a time before all this shit, like the Red Pill and the Manosphere shit came out. So like when they were doing it, that was a whole different time period. So like imagine if they were out now and was allowed to say some of the shit that like say. Imagine if they were allowed to be how I talk. Like, if they were allowed to have their own X XFM channel and shit like that and podcasts. Imagine they was allowed to do that. Them motherfuckers would have been off the fucking chain. All right, for real. Hello from Poland. Nazdrawi, moje kamrad. Oh, you can Polish and Czech is kind of similar, so hopefully you can understand it. Patrice is my introduction to the red pill. Most people blatantly steal his or Tom Likas' material. Tom Likas is great too, man. Yeah, for sure. Both of them were fucking great. That's why if I ever get compared to either one of them, man, like that shit is a fucking flattering experience for sure. What's your take on the black side of the manosphere and red pill? Well, the Drizzy Dre. Okay, I'll go into that. I gotta pee for real, but I'm gonna hold it for a second. And I never hold my piss unless it's something I'm really interested in. But on the black side on the black side of the manosphere red pill, black guys have more. Okay, depending how the black guy is, it can be a benefit or it can be detrimental to him in the dating market. Meaning, essentially, okay, what women go after is value. That's what women go after. Women go after protection and value. Period. It's every single woman will go after either. Okay, it was an and or protection or value. Point blank. Now, different black guys will bring it up. Will present it as different ways. Some guys will present it as, well, I'm really the underdog because I'm black, and some girls they just like go crazy over that shit because they know that their parents may hate black guys or their current boyfriend may hate black guys, so then they'll just only fuck black guys from then on. Black guys either have the significant upper hand or significant lower hand, and that goes for anyone who is who is a minority in their respective culture. Okay, keep that in mind too. In their respective area of living culture, either they will be excessively higher or excessively lower. I think AD as a guest on Fit and Fresh would be funny. Okay, thank you. CJS more Patrice's buddy Dante Nero is killing it now. Word, that's cool. CGA is a prophet. That word. Nice. I used to watch a lot of him. And I told you guys on a past live stream. I used to watch a lot of fuck. I'm so awful with names and dates and numbers. I'm awful with numbers until it's like, how I'm gonna make it out alive. God damn it. Because I have his number in my phone as in WhatsApp as something different. What? Hang on. Let me check my WhatsApp because I got his number. God damn it. I didn't put a name to his shit. Oh, King Riches. King Riches is a fucking great dude. King Riches. That's a great fucking dude, man. Like I was not expecting. Oh, my girl just turned a light on and it like reflected in the door and hit me in the fucking eye. I'm like, what is that, a fucking bomb? But no, King Rich's. Go watch King Rich's shit, man. That dude is a great dude. Especially if you're thinking about like the black side of it, go watch his shit, man. He is a great dude, amazing dude, seriously, and a great person to talk to. I wasn't expecting that because I'm naturally an asshole by nature. I'm an asshole who doesn't like to talk to people in my natural form. Now when I hit Super Saiyan, I'm on YouTube. when I fuck around and hit Super Saiyan, then I'm like super fucking. I can talk to anybody in a room. I can have everybody laughing and all types of like, what the fuck is he doing? When I hit Super Saiyan, but when I'm in my natural base form, I don't talk to people. Is this girl from Poland? Oh, I don't know. Oh wait, oh you weren't asking. You talked to somebody else. My bad. I listened to Black Phillip in the 7th grade. Word, that's cool. AD, I just got a fully remote job. Trying to leave the US in 1 or 2 years. How much so you recommend to have saved up to move and live in Prague? Okay, so I'll tell you what, Lorenzo. I'll tell you this: the average wage in Prague is about $1,200 to $1,500 per month, right? And if you're working fully remotely, so okay, so if you're probably on salary and you have like a set wage, blah blah blah. I get it. Okay. Uh, Hang on. I got an app in my phone right now. Give me 1 second. Says now. Okay, if you're gonna look for a flat, I'll type it in right now. The name of this app, because that's where I found this flat at. So I'm typing in looking for a flat in Czech, or let's just say looking for a flat in Prague. Let's just type that. Hang on. Says now. Hopefully I'm not too drunk and fucked it up. Okay, so when you go on that app, you're gonna find flats. Now the picture of this flat looked awful. It was terrible. Like I thought it was gonna be some shit like down by the river. Like y'all remember Chris Farley? I thought it was gonna be some old fucked up shit. It looked awful in the pictures, and you guys see my view. It's fucking incredible. The flat's not the best, but the view's incredible, and the landlord is great. So cool, fuck it. Because I'm not an investing type. I told you guys a lot of times before. I would much rather rent than buy anything because I'm the type of person I will get up and walk away from something in a second and not care. But yeah, go on that website I sent you. It's an app. I'm sorry, it's a website and it's an app. The issue is you're gonna have problems with people if they feel comfortable speaking English or not. Because the thing is, most people here know how to speak English, but the thing is, they don't feel comfortable speaking it. So they'll tell you, "Oh, I don't speak English," when they really do. And the way I found this out is this: when I go out in Prague and I start speaking my shitty Czech, if they understand my Czech, that means they speak English. Because when I speak Czech, for those of you who are in different countries, you know what you can understand what I'm saying a little bit better at this point. When I speak in Czech or maybe even Polish, when I speak in these languages, with English grammar and you can still understand me, that's how I know you speak English. All right? Because the grammar switches. So for example, I've been drinking, so bear with me. So let's say, okay, in English, we would say the car is red, right? In French, you would say uh what the car is red. The red is car in French. And as far as the grammar goes, it switches. The grammar switches. So instead of saying like in English, you would say the car is red, or in German, essentially most times. German has a lot of the same not a lot, but they're more similar to us. Where okay, for those of you in these European countries, you know what I'm going to say more. Um, in English and German, we announce what we're going to say. So like the door is brown, I am here. The car is there. Like we announce like we say it is there. Like we announce it. I am happy. Like well you can say like some smoothly, some stachny. You know what I'm trying to say. Like in English and German, we announce it more. Like we make a scene out of it. Whereas in other language, they don't make a scene out of it. I hope that makes sense. I'm probably too drunk for it to make sense. Anyway, let's continue. Czech girls easy. There's easy girls in every country, not just Czech, man. Once you learn how their culture moves, there's just easy girls in every culture. Carol, I love women. So do I, Patrick. Tom Likas and Patrice O'Neill together is hilarious. Oh yeah, I wish they would have done a show together. Oh, they did a show. They have a show together. I'm gonna look that up later. What do you mean black people will be either super high or super low? Could you describe it? Oh, the saying God won. Black people will be super high. Okay, because it's the thing. Okay, go on any. Well, nowadays things are changing a bit, and I'm slightly old. I'm a little older, but when you used to go on porn websites and you typed in some type of porn, the automatic result would be white people. Right? You had to type in Asian, you had to type in black, you had to type in Spanish a lot of times. Now there's some would trickle in, but for the most part, like if you weren't white, you had like you were the minority for most of the world. As far as and in these days, from when I was coming up the internet, you were the minority if you weren't white. So if you weren't white, like you were either the one who was looked highly okay. You must have okay. If you trickled into that world, you must have done something great, or you're fucking trash. That's just how it works in the world. That's essentially how it works. Something about you must have been fucking amazing and great, or you're trash. And I'm not saying that to make anybody mad or to start a racial war or anything like that. That's just the reality of how it plays out. I love Austria. Thank you. I don't know if the country or me, but if you love the country, that's cool too. AD, you getting Gran Turismo? Oh, of course I'm getting Gran Turismo 7. I fucking hate the penalty system in Gran Turismo, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Them fucking bitches know I'm gonna get it. Fucking Gran Turismo, that fucking penalty system. I'm telling you, that penalty system got so bad. If you were close to somebody who accidentally ran into a fucking wall, they would give you a penalty for it. The penalty, if you play Gran Turismo, you know what I'm talking about. That penalty system got atrocious. I'm trying to move in AD. I'll get on my feet within 2 months, I promise. Go ahead, man. Just trying to get out the US. What? No, man, you can't get out now, man. The US, the US did corona. The US is so bad with coronavirus, you really can't. Well, you can't come to the EU right now. You're banned. The only reason why I was able to come back is because my girl, we got that partnership. Okay, it's called, okay, for those of you over in the EU, you know what I'm talking about. It's called a love visa. And you had to prove to them that, and not every country in the EU even has it, but you had to prove to them that you got a flat together, blah blah blah. So we made up a contract that had her name on it and all this shit. That's how I was able to come back. I gotta pee, man. I'll be right back. All right, I gotta go pee. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just gonna say what's up to my girl real fast. Anyway. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I put it. I said it. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't even see that.
Carolina.
I've been drinking.
So what? Who cares?
So what? Who cares? All right. So I'm back. Girls seem easy if they think you are rich, but the minute they see they can extract resources from you, they'll do it. Well, Max Droid, that's just what women do, man. That's just their nature. Like they have to do it. I'm in DC. Gotta escape the US. I never actually walked around DC. I've been in the airport, but I never actually walked around there. So I don't know. I know nothing about DC. How do people in the US perceive you after moving to Europe? Okay, that's a good question, Julian. How do people in the US perceive you after moving to Europe? What I find is this. First, I want to talk about motherfuckers who live in Florida. Because there's something about people in the US that when they move to Florida, they think that Florida is like the fucking Mecca or like fucking heaven of the world. And it's like, once I come and say, hey, like I've been to Jacksonville, but I didn't see much of Florida, but I live in Prague now. Can you tell me more about it? Every time I talk to like an old friend of mine who lives in Florida or somebody I randomly met who lives in Florida, it's like it's like the people who live in Florida, they get offended that Europe, like the name Europe is higher than Florida. So they don't want to talk to me anymore. And I'm like genuinely interested in like finding something interesting in Florida. Like I want to see, like, because I was in Jacksonville, wasn't impressed at all. Not impressed. But that's just my rant about Floridians. Like that, but I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of money down there. I'm sure all that's there. But to this day, I have yet to meet a person who lives in Florida who does not think Florida is the absolute shit. And if they find somebody who lives out the US, they immediately ignore us every time. Every time. When I speak Greek, I mimic my father's accent. I'm trying to speak African. I mimic my ex. If I'm trying to speak African, I mimic my ex's accent. Word, that's cool. Have you ever thought about doing in real life streams? I was gonna do it. I was in Ukraine because my Russian tutor. I was gonna have her on talking about some shit, but I forget what happened. Why I didn't do it. I forget why I didn't. Oh, because she ended up getting coronavirus. That's why. Yeah, that's why I was gonna have her on. She ended up getting coronavirus. But then what happened with her? Because I still talk to her. She's a cool girl. But what happened was I was trying to send her money for the payments, but I was trying to open a bank account in Ukraine, but they needed some like EUPA paperwork or something from the US to open a bank account. So I couldn't move money. So I had to send her Western Union money, but then I couldn't send her Western Union money for tutoring me in Russian. So I had to go over to her flat and I was like terrified I was gonna get coronavirus and she was fucked up. And I went in her flat. I was fucked up. But I was okay. Now that you brought it up, I'm going to look back into doing in real life fucking Actually, my girl knows the exact guy that I'm going to bring over to do it because he worked in a brothel. She knows the exact motherfucker I'm going to have do it because I got a hat I bought him while I was in the U. I even show you the hat. Hold on, give me one second. I even show you the hat I bought him while I was in the U.S. Because the good friend of mine, he like okay. For those of you over here in Prague, you know, like there's a lot of guys who like to wear that army shit, and he's one of them types of dudes. So I bought him this hat from the US because he said he just wanted something from the US. So for those of you in the US, you know this shit. But for other people, y'all might not know it. And this was $30 for this hat. This is not a cheap hat. But I bought him because he's a great fucking friend, man. And he said, hey, just bring me something back when you come back to Prague. Just bring me anything from the United States. So I thought hard, man, to think like, what the fuck can I even buy this motherfucker? Because I was having a mental breakdown. I didn't know what to buy him. I was fucked up mentally. So I knew he liked army fatigue shit because he wears like army fatigue pants and shit. So I bought him this new because he wanted something that was, you know, American type shit. So I bought him, and he still has he wants to come down and actually get it from me personally because I was gonna put it in the mail for him, but he said he wanted to come down because he's up there in Chescalipa right now, and he wanted me to hand it to him in person. So it's still here. It's still here waiting for him over there. I keep it over there next to my Alexa, and now Alexa's gonna listen to me. Never mind. No, I'm cool. Be quiet. Okay, I heard thanks for repeating me, Alexa. Just shut up. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, the light went off. All right. I don't know if you guys can even hear that goofy shit. The first thing was accent. Get out of DC. I'll be out here about 10 more minutes. I'm gonna get off. Because I've been out here for a while now and I'm getting drunk. Florida, man. Word, Simon. You in Florida, Simon. Everybody I ever met who moved to Florida. They were all like they thought Florida was the shit. And when I come around, like they don't want to like if I come around, they don't want to talk to me. I'm thinking of one I'm friends with on Facebook right now. He would always post pics about how, because I remember before you guys got the quarantine and coronavirus, he was making fun of it over here and it's showing him by the pool talking about something. Yeah, I'm quarantined. I'm like, look, bro, coronavirus is coming. You gonna be quarantined in a second, and you got quarantined. From Detroit, living in Vegas, I gotta get out of the U.S. I'm not a fan of Vegas, man. I never liked Vegas. The first time I didn't have a problem with Vegas, but the second time I had a problem with Vegas. I'm not a fan of Vegas. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of Vegas. AD, how did you come back from the mental breakdown? When I got back here and I was running on fumes, I was telling my girl that story. Like she does, like even now, she's in another room. I'm sure she can hear me. She didn't know. She knew I was bad, but she didn't know how bad it got. And like when I came back here, she was laying in the bed when I came back, and she didn't know how really how bad I was. Like I was when I remember being in Texas airport. I remember I was literally running on fumes. Like if there was if a dog had came out and started chasing us, I would have got ate. My energy I had no energy. I was convinced I had cancer. I was fucked. Man, I'm talking like when I had that mental breakdown, I'm boo-hooing crying like every morning, like I'm gonna die. Like this is it. It's over. And she had to hold me, say like, look, you don't have liver cancer, you're fine. Like I'm talking like she would say boo-hooing, son, not just oh, I'm talking like, oh god, like okay. Have any of you ever read that Joker comic? It's called The Joker by Brian Azzarello. There's a scene in that comic where the Joker is like on his knees and holding Harley Quinn with tears coming out his eyes, like fucking going like he was fucked up. That's how I was. That mental breakdown ain't no joke. But like I said, it was a mixture of realizing my own mortality, along with some other things. What's up, B Smooth? Oh, B Smooth. I remember that name. How's it going, man? Kawanga. That's beta as fuck. I just had. I'm not gonna say it again, Tony, because it sets that shit off. Fedora Window Savage. I see why you say that, but it's okay. It's about how you walked into it. Now, the reason my girl stays with me, and I told her about that last live stream when somebody asked me, would my girl leave me if I lost everything, blah, blah. I told her about, and I told her exactly why she wouldn't. All right. All right. Like she knows. All right. And I'm sure she can hear me now. The reason why she did not leave me through that time period of when I was having a mental breakdowns is because she knew what I was before. And there was still a chance that I could become that again. And I've slowly gotten back to what I was before. That's why she didn't leave me. Now, if I had it broken down to the point where like, oh, I need you to completely take care of me all the time, every day from now on, okay, yeah, she'd be gone. I'm out. I'm done. There's some beta chump at a coffee shop waiting for me to talk to him or some shit like that. She'd be gone. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, like I said before, it's not about the material objects that surround me, the materials I can buy. That's not what it's. And for most, okay, for many women, it's not about the fact that I can just buy a, well, in the US it's not a big deal, but in Europe it's kind of a big deal. Buy a big screen TV whenever I feel like it, or buy, some expensive shoes when I feel like it. It's not about, it's the fact. That's not what it's about. What it's about is having the ability to throw that shit away and knowing I will go out and get it again. That's what's important. AD, what happens in a situation when Black people have that super advantage? Oh, you're put on a pedestal. You'll be put on a pedestal. In these scenarios, you'll be put on you'll be the sexual fetish, or you'll be put on a pedestal. Sometimes, in a positive way, sometimes in a negative way. Now, there are negative ways to it too. For example, how companies want to hire Black people just because they're Black. And I don't agree with that shit, because I don't want a doctor operating on me who got hired from affirmative action, and this doctor is a fucking jackass fool idiot. All right. Give me whoever who can operate on me, who has a history of doing good operations. But then you bring in that other aspect of, well, people just learn how to cheat the system and, get a good record. And that's where life turns into a mess. I get that. But there are definitely negatives to it too, of being put on a pedestal, for sure. And I'm not down with that shit at all. I feel like if I cried in front of my girl, she'd be on a CC within 2 weeks. Oh man, reality, I was boo-hooing in front of my girl in there right now. And I thought she was bringing home. It sounds like she in there cooking. Hold on, let me see if she's cooking right now. Vagine? Are you cooking? That's what I thought. Okay, okay. I'm drunk. Sip opinion. Yo. Oh, but yeah, okay. Back to y'all. Yeah, I was like crying bad. I was crying she will tell you I was crying like every fucking, like, just wake up crying. Fucked up. But it's about how you go into it. See, like I said, she's seen me, months before that. So she knew what I'm and she knows my past, and she's spoken to people who knows me, and they've gone on about stories. So she knows that that's not me. So, okay, so the put into perspective, it would be like, I don't know, imagine that motherfucker who's like damn near, okay, imagine, let's just say like Batman, right? Imagine Batman, right? Why that motherfucker's Batman, and that motherfucker's fearless and jumping off rooftops, and you know what I'm saying? All that shit with nothing to save his life but a fucking cable attached to a building type shit. Imagine that motherfucker, and then all of a sudden, imagine this motherfucker for months and damn near a year doing this shit, and all of a sudden he's just completely in panic and the look in his eyes are just gone. Like the look in his eyes are like blank, and he's staring into nothingness. Like okay, yeah, that's not Batman. Something trick. That's not him. He's just fucked up right now. That I think, and that's essentially what happened here. Because as a guy, we would still hold some some questions like, well, maybe he can get better. See, women don't hold those questions unless they know for a fact. If a woman deems you weak, yeah, she will be gone in 2 weeks. She's gone. All right, she's gone. Guys, we do the whole thing. Well, give them a couple months. Let's see if they figure it out. Girls, no, give that motherfucker a few days, and we will see some improvements. Back to Tinder. Anyway, let's get to Tinder. I've been on 2 hours. I'm gonna get off here in a second. I was in Houston, man. H-Town. I'm assuming that's Houston, Dark Path. I was in Houston, but I had my mental breakdown in Houston. So I ain't talking. I talked to nobody while I was in Houston. I was in Missouri City in Houston when that snowstorm happened. I was there when that happened because we didn't have. I was in a rich area, so we didn't have electricity for 16 hours, but we didn't have water for about a day. I was in a rich area. The poor areas went like a week or two without water and electricity. Thanks, Red Pill Specs. You'll get. Damn, this is news to me. Is this why there was this hiatus for? Yeah, man. MK, yeah, man. I had real bad health anxiety, really bad. Like I genuinely thought I was feeling pains in my stomach and shit, and I was like, and because my mom had pancreatic cancer, and like I had 4 girlfriends who died in my past. And the last girlfriend died late last year of cancer. And my mom died of cancer. So for some reason, man, like my brain just clicked. And I thought I was convinced I had fatal cancer for months. I still think I got cancer. I'm still not out of it. I still think I have cancer. The thing is, I just learned to accept my own death. At this point, I think that's I think that's what's taken over more. I still think I have cancer. My girl will tell you, I still think I have cancer. I still have moments sometimes. I'm still hobbling for sure. Are you going to do any more 90-Day Fiance breakdowns? Yeah, I didn't even know the show was still on. Thanks for reminding me, B Smooth. I didn't even know that show was still on. My girl did everything I wanted for 2 years before I finally gave her a relationship. I'm strong in her eyes and she's acting right for now. Reality. Okay. Yeah, but with reality, man, I'll tell you, man, when it comes to that shit, man, like, yeah, it depends on your relationship with that woman and what you can get away with. Like with my girl, like it's just how our relationship was. I'm not gonna say that I'm stronger than you or anything like that because I'm not trying to portray that image at all because I don't know what we're like, in real life in person. But my girl's seen me, completely fearless. Well, that's how I usually am, completely fearless. So she knew when I hit that breakdown that wasn't me at all. She knew it. You don't have cancer. You're healthy as fuck. Thanks, reality. I appreciate it, man. The Darcy Chronicle. Did Darcy get a show? I don't know, man. Bro, what kind of engineering did you carry out? You mean with my girl or in school? Because I did network engineering in college. I don't know if that's what you're talking because I'm a little too drunk. Fam, if you're drinking like a fish, fam, you're drinking. If you had cancer, you know. you know Remember that video on that guy that left that Russian chick? Yep. Oh, in school. Yeah, I did network engineering in school, Nigel. Network engineering. I forgot all that shit, but I did it in school. Yeah. I got associates in network engineering. Well, I think the guy came back. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, Crunchy Candy. I'm gonna give you my prediction on why the guy came back, and I could be wrong. And call me out if I'm wrong. All right. Now the video I did on that Russian girl, because you got, man. them Russian Ukrainian girls, that's a whole different level of hustling. And I think I talked about that in the video I did earlier today. That's a whole different level of hustling. So, like those girls are broad. That's just a whole different situation. But the fact, okay, those Russian Ukrainian girls know that. Okay, even a lot of these Czech girls, they okay. Let me re-clarify that. Women who do not live in the United States or the UK know that men from the United States and the UK are going to be relatively stupid in their dating market. They know it. It's not, they know it, right? So the fact that that man stood up to that woman and left her ass, he did the right thing. He did the right thing. But he entered that same zone of what I say how women around the world enter the zone of watching other women in movies and media. They get the man they want, and then the end. That's the movie. They live happily ever after. Whereas, see, these movies did not show women what to actually do with these men. Hence why female dating strategy is a thing on the internet. Because they don't know what to actually do. If the rare occurrence they actually get a man who's worth their time and treats them well, those are two different things, by the way. By the time they find these two in one man, they don't even know what to do with them. You see? So a lot of times these women end up on Reddit, like what the fuck I got sent to me about the girl who always gets, left for a girl who's prettier than her. They end up on there. It's now going back to the guy who had the Russian girl on 90 Day Fiance, if I had to guess, that's what happened to him. You see, he had enough balls to stand up to her and leave her. But remember that last scene where she's like trying to fight, but she's not really fighting. And she's like, well, explain. Because the fact that she said explain so fast is because she knows American men are stupid. And like I said earlier, women who are not living in North America and the UK, they know we are stupid. It's no secret anymore. It's no secret. Period. I won't even say anymore because they're not dumb to even entertain that. It could be coincidence. There's a reason why a man didn't sit. Okay, there's a reason why a man didn't sit down with a woman in his country and went to a different country to find a woman. They know it. Okay. They know this is true. But now you got the feminism popping off. You got all this stuff. So now it's getting a little bit more blurred. But that woman from that scene, I can read her from a mile away. She's going to start playing feminine to get him back. And he'll come back because let's face it, he goes back to the US. What's he going to be left with? Fucked up fat bitches who think they deserve $15 million just because they're women. So of course he's going to come back. He's going to lose that shit. He's going to lose. See, once that hustler mentality takes over and those Eastern European / Russian bitches, oh, you don't stand a chance. As an American man. And I was thinking about this earlier. This week. See, Eastern European / Russian bitches is what American women think they are. And the reason I say that is because those women know how to apply makeup. Those women know how to dress. Those women know how to look appealing. See, American women, they think they know how to look appealing. They think they know it. See, like those women, they do that. Let me pull up a dude's Facebook. A friend I got on Facebook. He's in Ukraine. He's Ukrainian, and he's in the club over there right now. And Ukraine came off that quarantine, I think Monday, and he was posting videos of him in the club when they came off it. Oh, he's been posting a lot of videos of motherfuckers. I'm trying to find the ones when he was in the club. Here it is. Hold on, let me turn the brightness down so you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys, but see, the natural habitat over there. Well, okay, keep in mind, this is a club too, but the natural habitat is to be presentable. Whereas, see, North American women, they don't even have that. If they look that good, oh, they expect $15 million. It's just because that's what modern feminism and listening to other women has taught them. Oh yeah, I'm drunk. Alex Jones, yeah. I told you I was gonna drink the whole bottle before this was over. In the live stream. In the military, traveled abroad, can't confirm. Yeah, reality. Yeah. What app do you use? Do you use for TV shows? I don't watch a lot of TV shows. I watch if I don't, I'm not a TV show. Actually, the only show I have watched was Invincible, and that's just been lately. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. Hey, dude, what do you think about Turd Flinging Monkey? I watched him a bit when I was in Chescalipa, probably about 4 years ago. Um, all those guys were great. Turd Flinging Monkey. What's the guy who he talks like this? Sandman. Say I used to watch Sandman, Coach Greg Adams. I used to watch King Richards back then. And see, that's why I said like I was starstruck when I talked to King Richards. I used to watch him before I ever did this shit. So I was starstruck when I met King Richards. Well, not in person, but over the internet. I used to watch all those guys, man. Like what I will say is there's a lot of other guys who will just be mad at women and be careful of that shit. Like everything I say is true. Everything I say, I can say to my girl, or I can say to or I can say to a female watcher, and like they know it's 100%. Like they know what I'm saying is true. The thing is, do they feel like getting their feelings hurt at the time, or are they immune to getting their feelings hurt at that time when I start talking to them personally? Man, at this point, any place is better in the US. For getting women, yeah, for sure. That bottle would take me a couple weeks. You know what? You want to know why it's not taking so long for me? That mental breakdown. I've been drinking a lot more since that shit. After realizing my own mortality and shit, I gotta cut down, son. Realizing your own mortality, like on a deeper sense, on a deeper, like really thinking about it, like what the fuck, like what's gonna happen to my memories when I'm gone? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What was all this shit for real? Like when you really think about that shit, like your own that's rough shit to think about. Like, I see why a lot of people just don't do it because that is dangerous territory to go into. I still really like Sandman, even though he's very MGTOW. Word, that's cool. Sup, AD? Do you still have a second channel? Yeah, the travel channel. Actually, I gotta check that because I might be able to. Okay, if I can monetize that channel, then I'll do super chats. But I'm not gonna do it on here because there is no way they let me get away with it on this channel. I'm saying all types of crazy shit. They would, like I said, I know some motherfucker right now at YouTube headquarters just with his finger on the on the enter key, just waiting to confirm to cancel my shit. Like as soon as I apply for it for monetization, I ain't monetizing this because they're gonna shut it down. The rare breed theory says, if you want to review a TV show, would you have access to it like 90 Day Fiance or Married at First Sight? I never even heard of Married at First Sight. But the thing is, the rare breed theory on my Patreon, I put a lot of those 90 Day Fiancés on there, and I kept getting emails that they took it off for copyright issues. But then I started getting other emails saying that they released it, that you can see it again. So I don't know what happened. But yeah, I would do it, but they would take it off because of copyright. And okay, what I found is this: the shows who are confident in themselves and getting views, they don't care about copyright. But the shows who are struggling, like fucking, what's that, Housewives of Atlanta? Oh, they gonna be on that copyright shit because they trying to make every penny they can because they broke as fuck. So they gonna be mad for every little thing. Pretty much with people, it's like the pettier people, the more petty people are, the essentially means the more desperate they are when at that point. I like how you are. You call a spade a spade. Thanks, Lifeless Gaming. He has a doll he calls his girlfriend. It's really weird. Yeah, to me, calling a doll a girlfriend would be weird to me too, man. Now don't get me wrong, okay, if I was stuck in the US and if I was in a certain scenario, I would totally buy a sex doll. Like those new generation ones look fucking incredible. But my thing is, like, I'm a bit sadistic, man. So like having sex with something that's not making any sound, like it's not genuinely making any sound, would kind of freak me out a bit. So I don't think I could do it. But if that wasn't an issue for me, then I would totally do it for sure. I was, I think like $1,500, something like that. I would save up money to buy one if it was like if I didn't have my own preferences for, like, what do you call it, sadism or whatever the fuck. AD, what's a fun way to spend time with your girl? We don't go out much, man. We don't do, me and my girl, we don't go places. Even is like coronavirus hasn't affected us a bit. We never did go out many places, man. We prefer to stay in and just, I say some silly, goofy shit and we laugh or we talk about some shit or, we were talking about that a couple days ago. We never been this high. We never, we stay at home. Well, she goes to work, but I mean, when she comes back, like we don't go. She's in the kitchen now. We don't go out, man. We stay at home. We're happy with just with each other's company. You in Prague? Yeah, I'm in Prague. Eddie the Tech. I'm in Prague. Do you watch Kevin Samuels? Not much. I know who he is. I watched a few of his videos. I think he's great. But no, I don't watch much of him. Dogs' cheeks don't turn red when you smack them. Yep. And they don't. Yeah, they're not going to jump and all that goofy shit. Yeah, they ain't gonna do that either. A doll is just a lifeless object. Like that's what keeps me. That's what keeps me away from a sex doll. Like, and it's essentially a lifeless object. It's not gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what keeps. If it could move or something like that, then yeah, that would be the go-to. Mm. I'm sipping it now because I'm getting too drunk. How the fuck you gonna do BDSM to a doll? Yeah, you can't do it because it's not gonna move. You could tie it up and dress it up in some crazy shit, but it's not gonna. Yeah, like what gets like. Okay, this is gonna sound fucked up, but I'm gonna say anyway. Now, I'm not saying I'm this dude. I can see you. What's up? Because the window, I can see you. you thought you, you thought you were sneaking in. No, you're good. Okay, but anyway, I'm not saying I'm this dude, but I understand the concept. So you guys remember in Sin City, where the dude who played Harry Potter was beating Jessica Alba, like, and was getting off to it sexually. And when they figured out what was getting him off, they told Jessica Alba, look, just whatever happens, don't scream. Just don't react to anything he does to you. And he's done. And that's and whenever he would hit her, he just she just didn't make a sound, and then he just didn't move. That was it. His thing was like that. Now, I'm not saying I like to I like to make women like beat women till they bleed or no shit like that. But it's that connection of like of seeing her and hearing her, react to what I'm doing to her. If I don't get that, then it's like date raping means nothing to me. Like I was thinking about that girl I told you guys about. My one of girlfriends who died. She had a heart attack. The first time we hung out, we drank. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was those Miller wine coolers, like beer. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Miller, Bud Light, those lime coolers, some shit like that. She got fucked up off those things and fell asleep on my chair in my flat in Dayton, Ohio, and fell asleep. And I was crazy about her. And she fell asleep. And I just put the cover on her and she slept in the chair. And I went in the bed, slept. And like that date raping shit, if there's no reaction, like no reaction, it does nothing for me at all. I have no interest in it. If you miss a lot of comments, peep game, AD, you have a engagement in your likes. They have the shadow ban you as you would be on Kevin Samuels level. Word, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Because Kevin Samuels blew the fuck up. So that's a great fucking compliment, Alex Jones. I appreciate it. My eyes are getting wide. It's hard for me to read shit, man. That's how I know I'm getting drunk. Like I keep blinking to get the water out my eyes. I believe the future will have moving ones. Oh yeah, for sure. The future ones, they'll be moving, talking, and all types of shit. Kevin Samuels a beast, yeah. Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay, Julian. I didn't read it out loud. No, no, no. Okay, because if she ever thought, okay, if she ever genuinely felt that, she wouldn't be interested anymore. Julian, she wouldn't be interested at all anymore if she genuinely felt that. No. Okay, fuck it. I ain't know why I'm even like, okay, no, and I read out loud. Do you think your girl thinks she keeps you under control by letting you think you control her? Okay, no, okay. This is the weird game you have to play in a relationship. In any as a man. Okay. No woman wants to be the authority figure in a relationship. None. Now, some will go to that once they figure out, that's pretty much the only option they can have by doing that. But no woman, no genuinely happy woman as a woman wants to be an authority figure, wants to be the authority figure. Okay, who wants to be in control? None. There is not a one, not a single one. None of them like that shit. Now, like I said, they'll deal with it if that's the only way they can get a man. But none of them, not a. You can't find a woman who's genuinely, completely happy with that shit. No, no. And like I say in my other videos, there has to be a part of you for her to respect you ever. And I've told her this. There has to be a part of you, whether it's how you walk, how you talk, whatever, that has to signal, fuck you. I do what I want. For her to respect you as a man. There has to be how you walk, talk, dress, your hobbies, how you handle your hobbies. Maybe you like to dress up Barbie dolls, but how you do it and how you give a fuck about what people think could turn her on. Like, I like to dress up Barbie dolls. This is what I like to do. Fuck what you think. I'm dressing up Barbie dolls. I like the pink skirt with the red shoes. And how you do it can still be a dominating situation to her, because it's like, look, I don't give a fuck what you think. This is what I like to do. Bye. Anyway, with the boots on Barbie, like it does, like something about you, it's not something about you has to say, I am man. This is what I do. You see what I'm saying? Like this is why I say I never sell myself as a dating coach, because it depends on a certain scenario. I'm reading comments now. Sandman be choking his dog. Oh, wait, shit. You are only somewhat drunk. Oh, I'm drunk. Yeah, wait, I'm not drunk, but I'm somewhat drunk. Yeah. Drunk would be like fucked up. Yo, AD, how do you recommend checking my woman in public versus private If I check her calmly, crew, I don't know. It said that. I can't even say that name. That's gay as fuck. Cute dude, 13. This is why I don't sell myself as a dating coach, because it depends. I don't know your relationship personally. I don't know what led up to it, where it is now, and where she may see it going in the future. That all those things can lead to completely different fucking opinions for me. And I don't, and I think that's drifting in the dating coach area where, to be honest with you, most dating coaches are full of shit. They're just making money. They're preying on people to sell them what they think they want to hear. Because once you now I'll say so cute dude 13. I'll say this: if it's in public, by the time it's gotten so bad where it's in public, she's losing a lot of respect for you because she knows when she's disrespecting you. All right, she knows completely. She knows completely when she's disrespecting you. So by the time you're in public and it's gotten to that point, uh, you're in bad. Now I will say this as a general rule of thumb: you're in a bad area right now because she knows. Women keep track of where the respect goes. Every woman keeps track of where respect goes, how it goes, where it goes, how it goes, why it goes. Okay. By the time you're in public and it's happening, you're in bad territory. In my opinion, you'd be better off just disconnecting yourself from it, and if anything, waiting for her to act like she has some sense when she comes back to you, and then ask for advice on how to keep her acting like a decent human with you at that point. Gay dude 14 account. If you put age 35 to 40, will you have a high chance of getting laid? Oh yeah. ABC, yeah, for sure. Will you ever take female callers? The rare breed three. Hey, believe it or not, look. Believe it or not, I had female callers ready and waiting to call in. Honestly, like, but my lazy ass or my mental breakdown shit or whatever the fuck, it just never happened. But I got them ready. But you know what I want to do because I'm so worried about confidentiality. I remember telling one specifically that I wanted to get some voice app to like change her fucking voice, because like there's always that one fucking creep who will look up the woman and start stalking her or some shit like that. And that's one thing I'm not cool with, man. I'm not cool with stalking bitches at all in any sense. Like I'm not like that shit. Like I'm not about hurting women. Like even though sometimes it may sound like it, like I said, it may sound like I'm like, tearing down women or something like that. I'm not about hurting anybody. I think a lot of women's nature is funny. I'm not gonna say I don't think that. I think women's nature is funny, or I think women's nature is funny or laughable or pathetic, but I don't think that I'm not for like straight out hurting women. That's no, that's not what I'm about at all. I'm about ignoring them, if anything. I gotta get off here, man, because I can't even see anymore. I mean, my eyes, I got too much water in my eyes from drinking. I can't read the shit anymore. What do you think about CERN technology? I don't know what that is. Would you ever marry again? Yeah, I'd marry again. AD, you're leaving money on the table. Try super. Yeah. Robert Fortier. I agree, man. I agree with you. I definitely. Yeah, I agree with you. You're leaving money on the table. Try super chats. Terrence Pop is not monetized, and he still is able to do super chat money. I looked into it earlier today, and to apply for it, they're gonna watch my most viewed video, and I don't think, man. I'm sure it's gonna get taken down, or I'm sure I'm gonna get at minimum denied for it. And but I agree with you, man. I agree with you. You have to do it. He can take female callers. They can't take him. No. Seriously, like I have three, at least three right now who have openly admitted. Hang on. Oh fuck, I'm way behind in this shit. Oh wow, I didn't even see that message in WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm so bad with this shit. So yeah, five. Oh, five. 'Cause I remember. Yeah, Vonette was down, but y'all know her last name, so that's cool. I can say her first name. So yeah, five was down immediately. I ain't even had to say anything. They was down to be the female. Okay, because the thing is, because there's female lurkers who watch these channels, right? But the thing is, what tends to happen is, and I think this might be my new area in it, is to interview women who genuinely are in good positions, and and I don't want to say scared because scared sounds too bad, but they're conscious of their mortality as a woman in a dating market. Because when you watch other guys' channels, they usually interview these women who are, either complete fucking whores or they're old, like super old or, some shit like that. And so I think I'm gonna start doing that. Actually, I'm gonna do that soon. I'm gonna do that pretty fucking soon. Yeah. Rum and Coke for you? Damn, that's gangster. I ain't on that level yet. Super chat, man. I'm telling you, if I do super chats, I'm gonna get taken down, man. Like, okay, I'm gonna apply. Okay, if you guys really want it, I'm gonna apply for it. And when I get taken down, I'll make another channel. Don't get me wrong. I'll make another channel. If you follow me on Patreon, you'll know immediately where the next channel is gonna be. But I'll apply for super chats. What's today? Oh, today's Friday. I never know what day it is. I'll apply for super chat, and because the menu said they'll let you know within the month if you qualify. So I'll go ahead and apply for it, man. I'm sure I'm gonna get taken down, but I'll just make another channel. Oh, god damn! I'm getting old and my eyesight's fucking up, and I've been drinking. I gotta look in. What's worse for a woman? Oh no, wait. I gotta go back up. Your most Snow Buddy Steph. That's the most watched video. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna make the cut, son. Because I was roasting that bitch. I was roasting. She ain't gonna make it. Especially nowadays, all this feminism in the U.S. No, and they're based in California. No, I'm not gonna make that cut. I'll try anyway because people keep asking for it. Anyway, Mr. Shark Boy 96. Bro, my chick talking about getting her a $10,000 to $15,000 ring. What? No, don't. That's a fucking complete. Any jeweler, if you get them if you get any jeweler personally and you start drinking with them and talking to them, they'll tell you that entire industry is a fucking ripoff. No, don't ever get your girl a $10,000 to $15,000 ring. No, never. No. The fact that she asked for that shit tells me either she got to listen to her female friends or 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 she thinks she'll actually do it because of how you treated her along the way. Or that she thinks that you can't find something better than her. Because you got to remember, and you got to remember, when you're dating women, it's always about who's better than who. You see, men as men, we eventually grow out of that of who's better than who, and we're just like, look, we just want to exist. Whereas women, on average, they don't grow out that shit. It's they don't grow out that competitor mentality shit. It never stops with them. No, don't know. I take Mr. Shark Boy 96. I'll tell you right now, do not buy your girlfriend a $10,000 ring. All right. I would at that by the time she's talking about that, I would okay. No, just my ex-wife. I think the rings. Okay, if your girl really loves you, Mr. Shark Boy, If your girl really loves you, it don't matter what ring you gonna bring to her. You can bring her a fucking paper clip. My ex-wife, we bought our rings were $30 a piece. All right. She's not going if she is genuinely into you, that she don't care about that ring. She don't care. Ring that ring does it. See that's a great way of how you tell why a woman really likes you. All right. If that ring mattered and you don't matter, if that ring matters and you don't matter, you know where you stand with her. You know where you stand. Now she's talking about it. Like I said, probably because she didn't got to talk to some of her idiotic friends or some shit like that. Some of her dingbat friends who can't keep a man. She probably got to talking to them or some shit like that. But no, if she really likes you, you can show up with a fucking paper clip bent in the shape of a ring, and she's down to marry you. All right. And any woman watching this, you know what I'm saying is 1,000% true. You ain't, she's not gonna care. So Raul says, what's worse for a woman? Telling her you broke up with her, blocking her, and just ignoring her, or doing the same without telling her anything at all? Okay, in my opinion, it kind of depends on the woman, honestly. But okay, when you're saying what's worse for the woman strictly from her perspective, um, well, even then, it kind of depends on the woman. Like I said, one size definitely doesn't fit all because the first thing I thought of, let's say, like if you were to tell a girl you broke up with her for another woman, well, that could be what triggers her to try to be a better woman for you and do anything for you. But then the next woman may hear that and say, "Oh, I'm not good enough," and never talk to you again, and then try to be the best woman for the next man. Or her self esteem may be so low where she just never thinks she's good enough for anybody and never dates again. That's it. Never really. Now, if you were asking me what's better for you to do, what's better for the man, and how you break up with a woman, definitely it's always because you left her for another woman. That's usually the best way. And the other occurrences are very slim, in my opinion. Let's say like you broke up with a woman because you just want time for yourself, blah blah blah. If you want to break up with a woman and you tell her because you left her for another woman, that's better for the man because now the old girlfriend has something that she can try to live up to. Even though the woman doesn't think she thinks this is what she thinks. That's what's going to happen in the end. For someone in medical for someone and I'm getting fucking drunk. For someone in medical school, how do I make sure on a first date where I don't say, "Oh, okay, okay, I see what you're saying." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't want to sound like I'm leaning to my wallet. Talk about anything else. Any other hobby? Talk about okay. So okay, cute dude 13. So like you're okay. So you're in medical school, so you know women are gonna fuck with you simply because you're in medical school. Talk about anything else other than school, or if your family's talked about college or anything. Talk about if your hobby is making puppets, then you love the fuck out of the puppets you make, and you don't make any money off of it, but you love it. Talk about that shit. Talk about anything else other than money. And if she's still interested in you, then you got a good. And she's still interested in you, and she's not the ugliest thing on the planet, then you got a good one. Don't do super chats. Just add Cash App to live stream. I don't know how to do that, but okay. So I added one more time. Let me get off here. I'm gonna get off here in like 15 minutes because I'm fucking tired now. What is? I don't even know my Cash App. Oh, I gotta verify shit. Well, I'll verify later because I gotta find my. Oh shit! And I got this check keyboard, so it's not. I gotta find it. Okay, there it is. Here you are. Gotta do it right. Yeah, the dollar sign. But I can't even accept. Uh-oh. Yeah, it probably failed because fuck. I don't know how to do this Cash App. I gotta hold on. I gotta verify this shit. I don't know how to do this, man. Okay. So JB, I just sent a thumbs up. But I don't know how to what the fuck? I don't even know how to work this shit, man. Oh, so I got okay, so I got out of donations, I only have $5. I fucked it up. It says failed. 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 This payment was canceled for your protection. That's what it says. I don't know how to do Cash App. I gotta verify it. There's a way to add Cash App on the main screen so we can see it in the video. Damn, I ain't know that. Okay. I mean, if she asks me what I do for work, do I say I'm a doctor or try to dodge the question? Oh man, look, man, I will show up. Look, I will show up and tell a woman I work at McDonald's while I'm wearing a Hugo Boss suit. I look, I tell them anything. When's the next live stream? I'll probably do a live since I fucked up the Cash App and shit tonight, and I got too drunk. I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow night. All right, hopefully, I do one tomorrow night. AD, can you stream a Discord call between you and yeah, yeah? I gotta find my Discord again, but yeah. Could you set up a Streamlabs? Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I'll look into that. I forgot to ask you. Okay, Julian, what did you forget? That? Let me get off here soon. You too drunk. Do it later. How's learning a new language for you in your 30s? Oh, it's fuck, man. Well, I haven't. If I had taken it seriously, I probably could have done a better job, but I'm not taking it seriously at all. I mean, I'm trying. My girl, she'll teach me, different words for different scenarios, but it's pretty fucking rough. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna go ahead because I'm too drunk to fucking. Do you ever skateboard or bike or rollerblade? No, I tried to skateboard when I was younger and fell on my ass one hard time, and that's usually what separates the men from the boys in skateboarding. All right, you fall one good ass time, and that's it on the skateboard because a skateboard you think 1 second you standing straight up at a 90-degree angle, and then the next second you on your ass wondering what the fuck what happened. And that's what happened to me in my dad's basement. I said, no, I'm cool. I'm done. I finished about, no, I'm good. I'm out of here, man. I lied. I'm gonna make this a screenshot. I lied. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. Hey, you guys have a good night. And I see you. So today's Friday. I see you tomorrow, man. I see you guys tomorrow evening. If you're interested in watching me get fucked up again. But yeah, I'll be on tomorrow night, man. I'll see you guys. Have a good night.